Oh, hey. Did you guys do the intro already?
Yep.
Cool.
Done.
Sorry, I was out doing house
Done
stuff.
and done.
Done.
Yeah. Done, done, done.
Kevin Dunn.
Done, done,
What?
done.
What?
Why would you bring up Kevin Dunn?
He was a true detective.
Transformers movie.
And the Transformer movie.
And Godzilla.
And Gojira.
He's in Gojira?
The new Gojira.
No.
The old Gojira.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Podcast. Sorry, there were voices in my head talking to me, saying hi.
I don't think they were.
Yeah.
I think you're a liar.
They were like, hi.
Wish you weren't a liar, Chuck.
Me too, but I can't help it.
So, should we do a podcast? Podcast?
Should we promote the live stream?
Oh, shit, I suppose, maybe. All right, fine.
Let people know where to find it
YouTube.com/
on the internet.
Copy link location.
Copy link
Twitter.
location.
Are you going to tweet it?
I'll tweet it.
All right.
This guy. This fucking guy.
Oh, I have to do it from the BMFcast site, don't I?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It helps to do it from the Bandcast account.
If you do
Does
it
it?
from, like your porn account. So
Oh, okay. Well, it has more followers.
Well, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
You should post your dick on the BMFcast site.
No. No.
Post the BMFcast stream on the porn site.
Thank you for finding the correct poster to use.
Sure.
Oh, that was our priority.
Uh-huh.
Yo.
Yo. See, we didn't even start the live stream saying, yo.
Yo. Yo, guys.
Yo, guys.
Hashtag yo, guys.
Yo. Frankenstein. Yo. What up, motherfucker? Dear you, stop inviting me
Yo,
every
listeners,
Yo.
be viewers, and watch the live stream.
Yo.
That's how you tweet it.
Okay. Check that out.
Hey, let's try that new look on the BMFcast site.
No.
No.
Wait, is there a new
What?
look?
What do you mean no?
We don't have a photo yet.
Oh,
What?
Just make that go away.
not now.
Oh, just put robot jocks back
Yeah,
there.
no.
This movie broke us.
All right, everybody, do your retweeting and all that stuff.
Oh, did you tweet it?
Yeah, I tweeted it.
I retweeted it.
Chuck, did you retweet it?
I did. I totally did. Someone else just retweeted it.
I did.
Oh my god.
I think I did.
I did.
Oh, there we go.
I did.
All right.
I
Close
tweeted
that
it.
garbage.
I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
We've switched PJ to 16 RPMs
Yes.
for this episode.
Apparently.
Yeah. It'd be fun for you guys to speed up his track and then figure out what he's saying.
Also play it back.
Sounds the same.
Hail Babcast.
Yes. Praise be to us.
Do your homework.
Eat your vegetables.
Okay.
Get out and vote.
Stay in school. Respect your parents.
I've realized when people tweet about hockey, I know how you guys feel about all other sports when people tweet about them.
No, not really.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Dark Souls.
That's fine. That's why you have the mute feature.
What? I can't mute you all. There's no like mute Dark Souls. I'd have to put in
Actually, you could-
I'd have to put in like 8,000 keywords to mute. Like
No, just Dark
No,
Souls.
just
and
humanity,
Drake's
Sword,
Yeah.
Hollow,
Yep.
Grass shield times.
Light
Grass
Down.
Shield, yeah.
Grass Crest
Grass
Shield.
Crest Shield
Yeah.
plus 10.
No, it's the Faucian.
Fury
plus 10.
Sword.
Hell,
Oh yeah, Quilog's Fury Sword. Gotta
Dick
have that.
Bane.
Hell kit sheath.
Dick Bane. Is that a thing?
Dick Bane.
Yeah.
That's from Dick Souls.
Oh.
Sorry,
sheath.
guys. I won't have a conversation on Twitter about it anymore.
Oh, settle
I
down.
won't talk to people about it.
You were talking about
I won't-
hockey.
I was just
I'm saying.
saying it was more like that.
There's a
than
lot of
hockey.
people that, man, they like live tweet hockey intensely. They're like, oh my God, there's like 10 minutes left in your season.
I don't know how.
Get ready, hockey guys.
How can you live tweet hockey? It's like
I don't know.
every 2 hours.
Same way
almost
you
a
live
goal.
tweet anything else. Anything else.
All right.
You passed that puck well.
Nice icing.
No, that's a penalty.
Oh. Well, I learned something
See, I
new
know
every day.
hockey, and I still don't care when people tweet about it.
Dude, get it straight.
That's
It's Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, face off.
I'm gonna take his face. Oh,
Oh, that's it.
It really should have just been called face swap.
yeah. I always wondered how, like, when face swapped John Travolta got in bed with the wife, she wasn't like, "Wow, your body's completely different."
Oh, they went down to the everything,
Yeah, like,
totally everything.
Or why he at the end decided to go back and be fat again
yeah.
because he got his face back.
I don't know.
It's like, yeah, put that 100 pounds back on me. My big
This
hairy
is Pulp
body.
Fiction money, man. He wears that proudly.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's not his white man's burden money.
No.
That was a labor of love,
Mm-hmm.
Chuck.
Ugh.
I wanted to prove that white men have a burden or something. I don't know. I've never seen it.
It's pretty terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it about? What is white man's burden
It's
about?
exactly opposite.
Imagine, if you will, a world where black people are white people and
Okay.
white people are black people.
Okay.
There's your movie.
Yep.
Wait, so is it like existing in this alternate universe?
Yep.
Really?
In this alternate universe, white people are black people are white people.
Pretty much, yeah.
The only
That's
memorable thing about
That's a
that
really
movie
dumb way to give that message.
is how to eat french fries.
Why is that?
With gravy.
No, he
Poutine?
pours his salt and pepper on the ketchup
Yeah.
so that when you eat your fries,
Yeah.
all the salt and pepper doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
But
movie
you never done that?
taught me a lesson.
You didn't know that, Chuck?
I didn't know that before that movie.
Ah, you gotta put your pepper.
That's probably the scene that Tarantino wrote.
Mm. Oh, he wrote a scene for White Man's Burden? Really?
It's back when he was script doctoring
Oh God.
Doctor of Scripts.
Script doctor.
during his Crimson Tide and the bar movie.
What was
Coyote
Cocktail?
Ugly. Coyote Ugly.
Oh,
the bar movie.
wait.
Yeah.
He wrote scenes in Coyote Ugly.
Yep.
Which ones?
I don't know.
The ones involving feet.
Yes. All the feet scenes.
All those foot scenes.
the scenes.
Fiends.
Like bad movie.
Friends.
Oh.
Yo, friends.
Hey, podcast.
Okay, podcast.
Somebody clap. All right, and welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey!
BMFcast.
Episode 226?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sounds right to me.
Sure. So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. And we come in here and talk about it for the first half. Then good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
Hooray, Robot Jocks!
And the bad movies is stay away. They get a negative sliding scale. 1 to 5 bags and douchebags after Twilight.
Oh no, Twilight Boo.
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 So hot new joint just dropped today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Kicking it out to all you people out
Directed
there
by
in
Spike
listener
Lee.
land.
And Spike Jones.
We watched
Double joint.
Frankenstein.
Yo.
Frankenstein.
Yo.
Yo, Frankenstein.
Yo, Frankie!
It was released here
See,
for English-speaking countries as
As Yo.
see,
Frankenstein.
I,
me,
so,
Frankenstein.
I don't know. There's a thing here that claims to be a plot summary. I'm going to read it. It's pretty short.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Aye.
Frankenstein's creature finds himself caught in an all-out, centuries-old war between 2 immortal clans.
That is
Yes.
accurate.
Yes. Let's rate it.
1-star rating.
So,
You know, I guess we should get this out of the way right off the bat.
all right.
I was hoping for a movie that took itself way seriously but became so goofy because of that.
Yeah.
And it comes close, but this is exactly the kind of movie we tend to hate. For all the other reasons aside from that.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have some very low energy coming into this one. I can already feel it.
Yeah.
Because nobody even wants to talk about this already.
Well, it stars Aaron Eckhart, the star of The Core.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's
does.
talk about The Core.
Okay.
We could talk about
The
the
Core is a fabulous movie.
I know. There's
Core's
unobtainium.
pretty good.
And the Earth's core,
Mhm.
it stops spinning.
Yeah. And
Right.
that causes some shit to go down.
It does.
That causes all the shit to go
How
down.
does the core stop spinning? Do they
I-
ever
Well,
explain-
you know,
The
Science.
Earth just gets
I'm,
pissed.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, humans messed it up somehow.
Yep.
Yep. So you have to.
I think it was too many cars driving the wrong way of,
Right.
of the core spinning.
It's the
That's-
Superman
yeah,
principle is what it
pretty
was,
much, right.
basically. And they had to land the space
So-
shuttle in the LA River Basin.
So
I
when
mean,
it stopped spinning, did time
Wait a
stop
minute.
like in Superman?
No.
No.
It's
Superman,
just-
he rewound time by winding the Earth
no,
back.
what happens is
Right.
that famous landmarks start to crumble.
Crumbo.
Wait, so the Earth targets famous landmarks?
Yes.
Correct, yes.
Really?
That is the only way to know there's tragedy in the movie is when a famous landmark is destroyed.
Oh.
If you just see like
It's
a
like if
farmhouse
my
blow
house
up,
got sucked into the Earth,
No
no
one
one
gives
would
a shit.
care.
No one cares.
That's called a sinkhole. People don't care.
Yeah.
but if
That's
the
called-
Coliseum
but
starts to
nobody gives a
crumble,
shit.
You put a okay, I see. So you put a sinkhole under the Washington Monument. Suddenly everybody's like, "Oh God!"
Oh my God!
dude,
National
dude.
we have
tragedy.
to
soon.
blow up
Then you
the
have to
Earth,
fix it. Yeah.
which is what
Already
they
fucked
do.
up that monument.
They have
the
to-
Earth already had its day with that one.
Yeah,
Right.
They have to nuclear bomb the Earth to get it
963
going
days. The
again.
Washington Monument is open again.
Mm-hmm.
By the
Great.
way.
They've been working on that for ages.
Factoid. 963 days.
That's an age or two.
Yeah, well, the Corps really fucked up that
Yeah.
monument, so
It did,
we
yeah.
got to fix
But
that.
see, what happens is you find somebody like Delroy Lindo,
Uh-huh.
who has found a way to manufacture a substance that can withstand great temperatures and pressures,
Uh-huh.
and
But he used to have a buddy
Uh-huh.
well,
that he worked with. They had a falling out,
They
that's
did.
correct.
but he used to be buddies with Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they-
Well, that guy's a pretty good scientist. He made Captain America.
yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And that's a good. It's usually a good thing to be buddies with Stanley Tucci and
And Stan Lee.
Yes. No.
I'm Stanley Tucci.
That's where the falling out actually
inventor
came
of
from.
unobtainium.
No, Delroy Lindo invented unobtainium. So you invent something called unobtainium.
Delroy Lindo is the Jack Kirby of the
Yeah.
Core.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And
Jack Corby.
and then you
You have to go to the center of the Earth.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then you set off a nuke, right?
Well,
Yes.
what I
That's
was
how you
going to
always
say
do
is you
things.
is you get the government to give you as much money as you want to make this
Sure.
impossible to make unobtainium,
Right.
and then you make a whole bunch of it, and you make a
Drill.
you make a well
Drill-
not really a
submarine
drill.
drill.
You make like the equivalent of a spaceship, but it goes inside the Earth
Yep.
Uh-huh.
instead of outside the Earth. And
And there's
Well,
all
what
this
do you
empty
what do you
space.
name a vessel like this?
what's that?
What do you name a vessel like this?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Virgil.
Is that what he called it?
Yeah,
Virgil?
because it's it's going through the layers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Vir-
movie question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
life
Virgil
question
like
for you
this.
guys. In real
Dante.
life,
I got
have
it.
we ever used a nuke to fix anything? Has
Japan.
it ever like been
Yes.
World War
okay.
II.
Yes, we did
All
fix
right.
Japan
Twice.
with a nuke.
So
we fixed
no,
Japan
but
twice.
you know, like an asteroid's coming to Earth. Like, have we ever used a nuke to prevent a disaster?
No.
Japan.
But that was it.
That was it.
That's the only
Like
one.
to basically end World War II. But otherwise, like we've never found a way to set off a nuclear device
Except in the
that
core.
keeps the Earth's plates from shifting
No.
or an asteroid from hitting us.
No, we have
In the
never.
core,
Do
we
you
did
think it might have happened and they prevented
They
anyone
covered it
from
up?
finding out about it? Like an asteroid almost took us out.
Well, like Stanley Kubrick made a movie to
Yes, yes.
apologize for not covering
He made Dr. Strangelove to apologize.
I
for-
I believe that is
Whoa.
possible. I believe that we've blown up several things. That's what chemtrails are. Mm-hmm. It's
Oh, chemtrails
No,
are a
planes-
whole different thing.
No,
You've
listen.
gone too far,
No,
Chuck.
the planes are flying through the fallout in the atmosphere.
I thought Kim
Oh,
Trails
and
was
direct-
like a lead singer of like the Breeders or something.
No, Veruca Salt.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Salt of the earth.
All right, another question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Would the core have been better if
No.
it had been named Yo Core?
Yes.
Yes,
And-
only-
But also no.
Probably
But
Yeah.
mostly yes.
Yo Core.
On the surface, yes, it would have been even better.
on the surface.
On the surface,
What about to the core?
the yo core.
Because I mean, I mean, you got the Earth. Let's like this is really for the live stream, but the Earth is like, let's say that's the Earth.
Okay.
the core's
It's like a beach
that.
ball.
The core's like that.
Yes, it is.
So
No,
I mean, or
no,
the
no,
crust
no,
is like
no,
I'm sorry,
no.
the crust
The
is like
crust
that.
is like
Yeah, the
that.
crust is
Yeah,
like
the
that.
crust
But
is like
that
a fine-
That's like
A crust,
mantle.
a crust is like
and
the
then-
skin on an apple.
Sure. Yes.
Right. Right.
It's
What are we
got
talking
soft
about?
spots.
Yes.
It's kind of like the crust of a pie. It's that thin.
No, it's
No?
way thinner than the
okay.
crust on a pie. It's more like the skin of an apple.
Oh, okay.
What about an apple pie?
No.
So speaking of apples, Adam, who is
Well, well, we forgot to finish the rest of the bit about what happens in the core.
oh, okay,
because
sure.
not everybody
Oh,
has heard us talk about this movie.
absolutely, yes.
Well, the center of the Earth has stopped spinning, so they decide that they have to jumpstart it. So
With a
that's why
nuke.
we build Virgil, and
Yes.
we put a bunch of nukes in Virgil.
Yeah.
And we send Hilary Swank and
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci and let's see who
Delroy
else.
Lindo
Yeah,
and
Delroy Lindo.
that guy Frenchie McFrencherson, Chucky Caro,
Uh-huh.
he was on board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't there like a Russian orphan or something where?
Oh, and there was Christopher Pike.
Yeah.
that guy
Bruce Davison.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think that's it. I think that's the crew of the
Or
core.
Bruce Greenwood.
Yeah, Bruce
yeah,
Greenwood.
Sorry,
Greenwood,
Bruce
yeah.
Davison is the senator in X-Men.
Yes.
And
We should send him too.
Cario. And so they have to drive through diamonds and a bunch of bullshit. Hilary Swank is the expert pilot who looks good sweaty in
Yeah,
this movie.
she's a space shuttle pilot.
Yeah. And so she has to go
So
pilot
Hilary
this
Swank,
thing.
hot or not?
Well, she was
in this
pretty
movie,
hot.
she is
Based on their proximity to the core, I will definitely go with hot.
She was on fire.
Okay.
Not as hot as Bruce Greenwood, but
Yeah, he was really hot.
well.
That
They
guy's really hot.
he melted.
yeah. She did sweat a lot in this
Wait.
film.
Yeah.
So she actually looked okay in the core, I think.
All
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
But they have to jumpstart. What they do is they place these nukes in specific places around the core of the Earth,
Right.
and so they want
To
to
get a
set them
good-
off in a sequence.
Spinning motion
Yeah.
going.
And
That's a
eventually they
technical term.
realize that it's not going to be enough, and they have to use a backup nuke. But somebody's got to manually detonate it,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you who that is later.
Okay.
Okay.
Later in the second half,
Sure.
I'll tell you who that is.
Pens and needles.
But I think that the core is probably a Three Jocks movie,
Yeah, the core's pretty good.
It's higher than that.
Yeah.
at least.
Pretty
Probably
good.
higher than that.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci alone, his freakouts are fucking
Yeah, he does
amazing.
have instant award definitely for Stanley Tucci.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe 4 Jocks. I don't know. I've never really sat down and thought about rating it for serious, but
Sure.
The world
maybe
needs
maybe
more
now's
Stanley
the time.
Tucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, when they
And
get into
Delroy
the
Lindo.
empty space of the Earth,
That's
and
a
they're just
geode.
like,
Geode, dude.
Oh,
there's
fuck.
nothing here.
Like, we didn't program it for empty space.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
Why is it all staticky?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a geode. Oh, shit. We've compromised its integrity.
Yeah.
I like
So-
when they stop the ship and then they get out.
Well,
And they're
inside
like,
the geode.
we're inside the Earth.
Boiling?
No, they're fine. They
Well,
have,
it's 'cause-
they have
well,
special
they had
suits.
to. They didn't plan for it. I mean, the
know.
geode crystals got into the
Yeah.
super
Was it like the
hypercondenser.
suit from Invitation to Hell?
It wasn't that cool.
Oh.
It was just a suit.
Nothing's that cool.
No, that suit was awesome.
Yeah.
Because you could literally go into hell in that suit
Sure.
and fight Susan Lucci.
Yeah, you could.
So,
The
speaking,
Lucci.
so speaking of hell,
Go on.
I Frankenstein, starring the core's Aaron Eckhart.
Yes.
Yeah,
about
it
it?
also has Yvonne Strahovski,
Mm-hmm.
who's in the new season of 24.
Yes.
Hooray!
What do you guys think so far?
It's pretty good so far.
I
Yeah.
didn't see last night, so
Oh, you haven't watched
Oh,
it
you
yet?
should see
Oh,
that.
we probably shouldn't talk
Jack
about it
does
then.
things.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
Yeah. She was on Chuck.
Yeah, I wish. I
Never
was
seen
on.
Chuck. Never watched
Oh, I
it.
see what you did.
Hey,
there.
buddy.
Still haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Stop
Yeah.
depressed. Who is that?
Ah.
Vicky Vale? Anyway,
you're quoting Bat Dance.
I know they also said that the first time she showed up in the show. So actually, I was quoting Chuck.
Oh.
So there you
Wow.
go. Ta-da.
Little reverse reference there.
Sit down.
Also got Miranda Otto,
Uh-huh.
who's in Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Those are good.
She was Alan.
What was she?
Alan. It's Alan?
Did she get into like the end zone or something?
What?
Was she in that Legend of the Owls movie?
Yeah,
I'm
so-
practicing.
if Elway gets into the end zone like Brett Favre?
No, I was practicing my. I was practicing doing an actual Stallone. Trying to pronounce that.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh.
You should stick to the impression that we all know and love. Hey, Yoan.
yes,
Everybody thinks it sucks. It's the Raiders of Rohan. Yeah,
Now we're really getting sort of
right.
incestual referential with that.
It's
joke.
okay.
Pretty
much.
It's okay.
Right.
Bill
Yeah,
Nighy's
Bill
in it.
Nighy, who is in
Hey,
like
the science guy.
He was in-
every single one of these types of movies.
He was in the Underworld. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he showed up. I was like, of course he's in this because it's the producers of the Underworld.
Yeah. Is it the producers or a producer?
Um,
Because that's the best when they always say from
Well,
a producer.
apparently, according to the IMDb trivia, the main character from Underworld was supposed to show up in a cameo post credits, and then that never got around to happening.
Oh.
is Kate Beckinsale busy making 70 other Underworlds?
She was
don't
making
know.
Total Recall that day.
Oh,
Might have been. Yeah, because this sat on the shelf for a while.
Yes, it did.
Like it was supposed to come out in
Early 2013.
early 2013,
And then
they pushed
late.
it back to late 2013, and then pushed it back to January of 2014, which, as we know, is an awesome time to release your theatrical movie.
Nope.
No, it's an awesome time.
Nope.
Yeah. Also, it's got Jai Courtney, the son of Bruce Willis, in that movie that shall not be named.
I have no idea what you mean.
Yep.
I don't know.
And then a bunch of other generic motherfuckers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one side's gargoyles,
Shitload of extras.
one side's demons,
Disney's gargoyles.
Fight.
and they fight.
They do.
And when they die, like when you kill a demon,
Right.
it turns into like a little whirling fire
Whirling
flame
fireball.
trail
Yeah.
thing. And then it
Sparks.
kind of like smashes into the ground and spins around.
They descend.
Yes,
Yeah, I think it's
they
supposed to be
descend.
their souls like exiting, being like, "Oh fuck, I'm
Going
on
to
fire."
hell
Yeah.
for eternity.
Yes. With
that
some
is-
style.
Which,
Right.
you know what? The first time I was like, that's pretty cool. You're going to see that 700,000 times by the end of this movie,
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
right?
Yeah, I was just gonna.
You were about to debate me on it. And
No,
then
no,
you're
no,
like,
no, 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 no.
Actually, you're right.
I think it was 650,000.
No, I
times.
wasn't going to debate you. I was just
Yeah.
going to. What I was going to say is, it reminds me very much of a video game, and I kind of want to play the video game of this movie because it looks like you would do some cool shit. You might get to play as a gargoyle,
Yeah.
and smash demons with a weirdly etched blade of
There would be
souls.
an
of
escort
ancients.
mission
Oh, that would suck.
and stealth missions.
But you would get to fly.
and you could skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah. Well, no. This game would be a cheap game, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to skip the
True.
cutscenes. But hopefully, when you died, you wouldn't have to watch a Valkyrie carry you off to heaven every time.
Oh, God.
But when you die, you do have to watch the cutscene again because you can't skip.
Right.
the
Oh,
end.
because it would be poorly designed.
'Cause
and
it's
they
one
would
of those
make you
games,
sit
Yes.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, and when gargoyles die, they turn into like a bluish-white light, and they zap
become
up to
that
heaven, and then there's
that
a
light from the
thunderstorm.
this is the end. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
people get saved.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're apparently they don't like each other very much,
No,
They don't.
and they're both kind of dicks.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what's kind of. This is really a movie populated by dicks. Like the demons, they're demons. So like, you know what? We're dicks because we're demons. It's just in our nature. But the gargoyles are supposed to be kind of like angels, I guess.
They're elitist.
Yeah, and they're like protectors of humanity or whatever. But they're just kind of dicks to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, okay, so the movie starts and it's the end of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Like he's bringing Frankenstein back to be buried or whatever. And then that's when gargoyles show up and they're like,
Yeah.
because demons show up, they're like, hey, yo, Frankenstein.
Yo, Frankenstein.
And they
And
fight.
He's like, yo, demons.
Yeah. And he's like, what the shit is this? And then they take him to their castle and he's like, I don't want any part of this. Fuck you guys. And
We're like,
then-
well, we'll get you a weapon.
yeah.
He's like, you can take any weapon you want.
So he picks up a couple sticks and they're
Yeah.
like, you don't want those. Those are dumb.
Yeah. Those are dumb. They're too heavy and they
Yeah.
don't work.
So
And
why do you have them
yeah,
in your
why
weapons
are they
locker?
in your armory?
But he's like, well, fuck you, because he picks up the sticks and of course is like, woo, woo,
Yeah.
like makes him make that kind of noise because,
Frankenstein likes sticks.
yeah,
Yeah. And then he's just like, I'm just going to walk the earth for like 200 years.
yeah,
Yeah. And then suddenly it's in modern day. And we're like, oh, I guess this takes place in modern day, huh?
that's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And chick from 24 and Chuck is the doctor in charge of trying to reanimate life because the main demon guy played by Bill Nighy has hired her to do it.
Yeah, but she's just a scientist lady, normal
Yeah.
lady.
She has no evil intentions.
Right. She just
Though
doesn't really
really-
realize that she's working for the evil company.
Right.
But really, if you're reanimating a dead rat that you've kind of like torn apart and then sewn back together and you're zapping it with 300,000 joules worth of energy,
Yep.
your science is questionable, as are your ethics.
But it's still pretty radical.
Yeah.
What, are you talking like 80s radical? Or Just general kind of.
Just in general,
off the wall.
radical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like, oh, that's rad, dude. Like,
I mean,
bringing a
yeah,
rat
like
back.
that's
that's radical.
like as in it's good. Yes, radical.
Yeah.
Oh, radical. I see. I get it now.
Chuck got me. Chuck knows what I'm putting.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So apparently, she successfully reanimates a rat,
Yep.
Yeah, for a little bit.
which
I think.
kind of defeats the whole purpose of everything that comes after, because Frankenstein had a journal that they took off his body when they captured. The gargoyles took it when they captured Adam Frankenstein.
Yeah, 'cause- well, they gave him a name.
AKA Yo Frankenstein.
They gave him a name.
Yeah.
Yeah. They name him Adam. But
Should've
they
been
took the
Lazarus,
book and then they hide it in their little safe because apparently, it's all the knowledge of how to reanimate
Right.
somebody's dead body.
But she reanimates the rat, and then dude's like, "Great, let's get started." And she's like, "No, you don't understand. The human body is the most complicated force in the universe." And
Yeah, that's a little presumptuous as well.
yeah. I mean, there
Probably
could be
good, it's
space
like-
whales out there.
Yeah, I was
Some
gonna
shit.
say,
on
do
Earth.
some pigs or something. 'Cause
Sure.
it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so she's like, "We can't do that."
Yeah, dolphins are like, fuck you, lady.
So that's what begins the
Fuck
we
you
gotta
and thank you
find
for all
this-
the fish.
Yeah, we got to find this book.
Yeah.
So
So they either have to find him or the book.
right.
Yeah.
Because
So-
they've gotten like hints that he exists because like he gets into an alley fight with some demons and then the
Well, because
gargoyles
he kind
show
of comes
back
out
up.
of hiding and he's like, "I'm gonna go find that head vampire now. I've walked the earth and now I got a beef."
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he goes to Vampire Eurotrash Club and is like, "Hey, where's the head vampire?
they're demons.
Are they vampires? Demons?
Whatever.
No vampires.
They're not fucking
Yeah.
vampires.
No
Seriously?
vampires.
They're
They
just
have
straight up
fangs,
demons.
but
They're straight up demons.
Oh, fuck's sake. Whatever. Okay, so they go to Euro Demon Club then.
Thank you.
And regular old cop walks by and is like, "Hey, what's going on down here?" And of course they're like, "Demon die," and kill the cop. And the gargoyles pick him up as they're wont to do in this movie, which is just him kind of moseying along and then
Yeah. Snatch.
boom, yeah, just grab him from behind and
Yeah, it did feel like every 5 minutes they were going to do that, which was going to just be awesome. Him just like in the middle of a speech or something, all of a sudden just gargoyle talons come down and yoink.
yeah, can I get a Whopper? And
That's honestly that's what this whole movie suffers from, is where you think something cool is going to happen and then they're like, "Nah, we should show more restraint on this." It's like, man, you needed somebody way more unhinged to make this
Yeah,
and make it good,
yeah,
because it's got a giant ass budget,
yeah,
yeah.
or at least
well, seem to be.
looks like it.
It looked fine. Like it wasn't embarrassing to look at.
Yeah, I mean the CG
was very
effects,
capable.
There's actually one scene midway through when he fights one dude when they have a big stick fight, because the other dude's like, "I have sticks too," and then so it's clang clang clang, and
With the trolley.
yeah,
ding,
there
ding, ding. with the
it's
bell.
really hard to explain, but there's like a weird motion to them
Yeah.
that the camera is sweeping around the room, and like they're kind of doing like they're doing the fight, but then there'll be like weird slow motion freeze frame-ish stuff almost in them that's happening as the camera's going through.
It's
Oh,
like
you mean
they
the Zack
spli-
Snyder?
Well, no, not
Okay.
like that.
It's like they
Because the
spliced together
background-
movement.
Yeah, the background is moving different
Yeah.
from the foreground, and I'm like, I'm not quite sure how you guys did that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look good anyway.
Yeah.
But it's one of those weird things where it's like, how exactly did they do that? And then I'm like,
I don't know.
shame nobody else is going to use it because it sucks.
Yeah.
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 It's kind of like The Matrix, where they did in the first one, they did the whole camera rig where it was the circular thing all around him with the green screens, and
Right.
it looked cool when he dodged the bullets. And they're like, let's do that in CG for the sequels, and it looked like garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, why didn't you just do it the good way? Why
Right.
did you even do this?
Probably expensive to do it the good
Because
way.
that scene would have looked fine if they had just let them fight and not change the camera speed on it.
Yep.
Maybe because the director is a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't know.
I just a
Or it's
thought.
just one of those things where they're like, we can do it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's just go
So
for
he's
it.
like, all right, go for it.
yeah. Just edit
I
that
don't
and that and that and spin it around. Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a CG budget on this.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
the gargoyles do a lot of landing and pulling their wings over themselves and then yanking them back. And there's the person.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's never convincing, but it's never embarrassing.
yeah.
Except
that's-
when they're like, when they're kind of, I don't want to say static flying because it sounds dumb, but when
Yeah.
it's sort of like a static shot of them flying,
Mhm.
they move really weird.
Sure.
They're like the birds from Birdemic where they have like 3 animation frames.
Well, I wouldn't go
Yeah.
that far.
it's
No,
pretty. It's kind of bad.
I would go that far.
It's Gargoyle Dimick.
yeah.
Okay. All right then.
Gardemic.
So, yeah, the gargoyles pick him back up and are like, dude, quit fucking around. You killed a person.
I like that they're like, hey, you can't draw attention to the humans. They don't know we're here. And then 5 minutes later, there's all-out fucking fights in the street with, fire bursts and rays of light
because
that go
all
up
the
to the
demons
goddamn
have
heaven.
decided we have to capture him. We know the gargoyles have him.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
well, no.
But
they
after
decide-
that-
they
how about
decide
we
they're capturing
send-
the queen.
well, yeah, part of the as the plan is
Spoiler alert,
eventually
nobody
revealed.
cares.
But so they send like 500 demon dudes running through the streets, jumping off roofs, getting exploded into that red firework thing.
It's
Like-
World War Z.
Yeah,
World
They're
War
just
D.
pouring off the roofs and everything and roofs.
yeah. It's craziness.
Roofs.
and I remember just going like as the movie's happening, going, do normal people live in London anymore, or is
No.
this just like demon world?
The thing is that after that cop gets killed, you never see another human being.
Yeah,
like
aside
aside from
from-
the characters we've already met, there's not one person on a street, in an establishing shot, nothing. You never see another human being again. That's really weird. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, they'd get in the way, man.
I guess.
But
But
yeah, the gargoyles tell him, "Hey, you can't be killing people," and he's like, "I didn't kill him. The demons killed him."
Yeah.
They're like, "Well,
Tomato.
But
yeah,
Your actions led directly to that human dying.
so
Like,
you're
you
gonna
didn't
sit in this
accidentally knock
chair.
somebody off of a building once or twice, or
Yeah.
push a hobo down the stairs.
no, never."
No.
Yeah, you're flapping around and giving some old lady a heart attack.
Oh my god, it's gargoyles.
But yeah, the giant demon gargoyle fight happens, and it's all kind of a distraction. They snatch Eowyn and carry her back to, I don't know, someplace. And, well, I mean, it is.
They
It's
carry
just-
her back to Demon HQ.
No,
or
it's like
something.
an abandoned train station or something.
No, it's like an old theater.
Okay, sure. Yes.
No,
that's
yeah,
right.
it's like a
yeah,
bread
it's
basket.
Double Dragon Theater.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. It was
I
Double
was about
Dragon.
to say it's Double Dragon.
And they leave one guy
Whenever you have
behind.
a deal, you go to an abandoned old theater.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, Frankie interviews one guy and is like, "Hey," or interrogates him and is like, "Hey, tell us where the queen is." He's like, "Oh yeah, this was a plan. We snatched her. She's in the theater."
I am exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at first
So-
he's like, "Fuck you, Frankenstein," and then he's like, "Well, how about some holy water on your face?" And he's like, "I'll tell you everything."
Don't hurt me, Frankie.
Tell you everything.
Yo,
Don't
leave
hurt
me
me.
alone.
Please don't hurt me. Anything with that.
I do like that all like the demons are
Exit.
disguised as humans, but then like when they want to, they just burn their face
their-
off. So they have a big giant head in a suit, which
Yeah.
just looks
Sort of like
fucking dumb.
That's 24-hour news, man. Big dumb head in a suit. But anyway, yes. So Gideon, the Bible guy, is like, "All right, well, I got to go save the queen. She's the most important thing here. So I'm going to go bust into our super secret place that no one's supposed to have access to. I'm not supposed to have access to.
Even though
But the two little hand things that make my crazy axe happen to perfectly unlock the door."
Yep.
So he goes in and is like, "What's this?" It's Frankenstein's diary, his dream journal. And so obviously they'll want that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where the creature is, even though he's like downstairs. I don't, if only had like gargoyle powers or something. Talk
But
to
yeah.
God, I don't know, whatever. But so like he goes to the theater, and is like, "All right, deal,
Yeah.
queen
Tell
for the
me
book."
all your thoughts on God.
Yeah, and he's like, "All right, sure, deal."
Yep.
Here she is, and he grabs her, flies out, and is like, "Peace off." And that's when Frankie comes out and is like, "I'm gonna fight you." And so
He
they're
wants
like,
the book, man.
Yeah.
He does this really weird. He like jumps out of a window or something. I don't know. He makes a bunch of noise and is like, "Ah!" Stops. And is like,
Yeah,
let's
fight.
do this, right?
We
Right?
never really established
And then-
he speaks perfectly too. By the way, there is zero.
He's had 200 years to learn it.
I think
He
early
did right
on,
off the bat.
yeah, right
he
off
had
the bat.
he had
He was all right.
25 minutes to
There
learn
is
it.
there is zero like I'm
he's-
Frankenstein.
He got a good
No.
brain.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
he's also
That'd be
basically
something.
indestructible and knows how to fight big time.
Yeah.
As long as it's stick fighting.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
So I
face
don't know.
punching.
Does he,
Yeah.
does he stick fight somebody here? Is this where he sticks fights the guy, the clang 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 on the trolley?
No, the guy ran away, didn't he?
No,
Oh,
he
did he?
just hits a few people, but they get away with the book, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure.
It's
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they take it back to Chuck Chick and is like,
Yeah, he tries to run out. He just like completely ignores the dude he's chasing after and decides to fight 4 or 5 dudes in this theater for no reason, even though he probably could have just run.
probably.
Or
yeah,
had
and
one
the
of his
one guy got
gargoyle
away
buddies.
because he got off camera. So
Yes.
That means
Yeah.
he
So
escaped.
Evil Bill Nighy had some conversation of like, what if this whole Frankenstein myth wasn't really a myth? Maybe Doctor, maybe that's maybe a thing. Would that interest you? Maybe perhaps.
Yeah.
She's
And
like,
then he shows
"Yeah,
back up
I
later. Is
guess."
like, look, journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that journal I was telling you about?
Here it is. Zip.
This is convenient.
Yeah.
I like to call it more of a log.
And then
So she starts reading it.
well, she's got this 200-year-old book that is like the secrets to everything in the universe, and she's just pouring herself a cup of coffee while this book is in one hand, and she's drinking coffee and just walking around the lab. And then Frankenstein's just like, I'm gonna pop in.
What up?
Yeah, he gets into their super top secret crazy lab.
Yeah,
Well, he
like,
defrankenstrates himself.
yes. He does.
Damn it. But yeah, he just sort of pops in and is like, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
It's like, that's my book. And then starts trying to explain, like, I'm Frankenstein. And she's like, no, that's crazy. This doesn't make any sense. As she's reading the book that has pictures of him. And
With all the scars that
Yeah.
he has on his face in the same place.
yeah. But then, like, instantly the bad guys were like, haha,
Yeah.
now we have you,
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
well, the bad guys come in, all the bodyguard types are
Yeah.
like, oh, and they make threatening moves towards him. But Bill Nighy's just like, no, everything's all right.
But I think they don't want to reveal their demonness to
Oh, of
her right
course.
away, so they're like, we could probably demon out and get this guy, but we'll just play
It's
it
like,
cool.
no.
So yeah, he defrankenstrates himself down another window, falls down on the ground with journal in hand now.
We lands on a train.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he falls through the sewer grate
Yeah.
and then lands on a train, gets away.
Yep.
Gets to read the book on the train.
Sits on the train and reads his book.
Yep.
And then realizes, and of course the bad guys also go, he's going to come back because
Yeah, he wants her.
answers.
Well, he needs her because she can, I don't know, help him.
Yeah. And then at some point it's revealed that the thing that they want to do is like the Blade 3 thing because they have a giant warehouse of dead people.
Corpse Spink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With LED screens on their chests.
Yeah, it says reanimating. 0%.
So like all the dead demons want to come back, but they can't because they can't inhabit a body with a soul, but they can't inhabit a dead body either. But if they could inhabit a dead body that's been reanimated, then they could all come back and fight
Yeah.
or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because they keep making a big deal about how Eric Eckhart has no soul.
Right. No soul.
I don't know why. I honestly, I don't know why that keeps coming up over and over and over. I guess because the gargoyles need a reason not to like him.
I don't know. But it ends up
Maybe
being
dicks.
total bullshit.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so yeah, he tracks down Miranda,
Mm-hmm.
Chuck chick, 24 chick, and basically does the whole speech with her where he's like, all right, there's demons and there's gargoyles and they're fighting, and yeah, I'm 200 years old, and
And she's
Yeah.
like, that's bullshit.
yeah, she's like, really? You sure about that?
Yeah.
And then that's when one of the guys who'd been tracking them shows up and immediately does his demon burn face thing, and she goes, oh shit,
Right.
takes off.
Yeah.
That was a good line reading though from her oh shit.
Yeah.
They used their one swear well in their PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when that leads to stick fight. That leads to him getting beat up. But eventually he kills bad guy because she says, I need him to research. I need to see how his organs are working. You can kill him after I've looked at him. And then he stabs him with his little magic carving
Secret blade.
blade
Yeah.
thing. Blade. No, because they have to have this little symbol that's kind of like a cross. I don't know what kind of cross it is. It's weird.
Then they go to her apartment.
But yeah, they go to. Holy God, was it her? It couldn't have been her apartment.
Here's why I say it's her apartment, because she goes in and immediately produces medical supplies
This is true.
and starts
Well,
stitching up
yeah.
his open.
Maybe this is just
A
a
needle
flop
and
house.
thread, and
Why would a scientist with a legit job need this terrible, shitty apartment with medical supplies?
like this apartment. All right.
She's into some crazy shit, man.
Like, okay.
was
You've
she
seen
using all of her
pictures.
Dr. May on meth?
Think of all the hobos she could find there to try to reanimate.
Yeah,
Holy
God.
yeah, that's a good
Yes.
point. But
And plus the
she's-
rats.
Yeah.
Where do you think that rat came
But
from?
okay, her
Her
apartment.
living room?
Think of the pictures you've seen of homes after Hurricane Katrina, like the interior of the homes.
More like Chernobyl.
This is worse. Yeah, this is if you nuked a house.
It's like 10
that
years
was in
later.
Katrina.
Yeah,
after
like
Katrina,
Chernobyl
like,
now.
yeah.
I'm saying is like that's like people still can't be there. And
Yeah, when you see the stock footage of the house, like the nuclear blast goes off and the house like it blows back and then comes back the other way.
This is what's left.
That's what's
house,
left
yeah.
over. Yeah.
Paint's peeling in like yard-sized chunks.
Yeah.
Just whoever decorated this set, I give them credit for taking that long to
They probably just
put
went to
that
Chernobyl.
much shitty detail into whatever set this is.
Yeah. is just the worst apartment.
Yeah.
And she stitches up his scar, which is hilarious because, like, he takes his shirt off and he's hunky stud Aaron Eckhart, but scarred up.
Yeah.
Don't be scarred.
He's just
Because
got a
it was
bunch of
other dudes
lines.
stitched
on him.
together.
That's-
Yeah. And then, she
He
stitches
doesn't
him
have
up
like
and-
one arm longer than the other. And
Yeah, no, nothing
like
weird. He's pretty built.
Half a nose.
He's pretty symmetrical for
Yeah.
being a dude put together from,
From
eight
eight-
different dudes.
eight dudes.
All his skin
Hey,
is the same color.
he was
That's
well put
stupid. Yeah, well, we could tell.
He was well built.
Yeah, but the point of this scene is that Frankenstein had promised him, the Dr. Frankenstein had promised him a mate, and that's why he went nuts and everything went badly.
Yeah.
And that's why he wants her, is to make him a mate, so he's not alone.
Or to just mate with him.
You would think that would be the easier solution, wouldn't you?
You would think.
Bone.
Yes.
Yes.
When you put it
that's
that
right.
way.
Bone.
Yes.
You were correct, sir.
I mean,
That's Frankenstein's
dude,
Valentine's
yeah,
card.
Yeah.
It's her little heart.
Aw.
All right. Let's think about this.
No.
Yeah.
You've lived for 200 years. You finally made it to this age.
Yeah.
You don't even have to pay for OkCupid. Just go on there, Frank. Make it happen.
Well, I'm
you don't,
sure
you
he's
don't
got
need
Adam.
a doctor. You don't need doctors to find 15 million megajoules to pump into a dead body to bring it back to life so that you can hang out
Yeah.
and have sex with it. Probably.
He'd use
Just
Tinder.
go,
He'd
like-
use Tinder, but he was freaked out.
Yeah.
Fireman!
Just do like the rest of us and disappoint a real girl.
Look, there's like 100
Yeah.
manic pixie girls who would be all over the scar thing. They were just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, dude,
Oh.
you were just totally...
Yeah, all those chicks that have like pictures of Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
That.
Right there.
All you have to do is invest in some black leather, and you're good to go.
Yeah, cosplay.
Yeah. So see, his whole plan is
Oh,
flawed. too.
dude, he could go to a friggin' convention.
Yeah. Just
Go
go,
to
to
a-
Comic-Con
go to a
dressed as Edward
NerdCon.
Scissorhands.
Dressed as whatever.
And girls would just be like, fuck
He could put a couple bolts in his neck and be like, yeah,
I'm
take
Frankenstein.
home all the bitches. He's Aaron fucking Eckhart. He can get laid.
Yeah. That's our point.
Yeah.
Aaron Eckhart should not have trouble.
Right.
No, it's not Steve Buscemi.
I mean, for God's sake, two of us in here are married.
Yeah.
It's not that
Yeah.
hard.
No.
All right.
It's...
I've seen
Yeah,
a girl
it's a-
naked.
I've been to a strip club as well.
Hey,
What was it like?
what's it like? You know what I mean?
Well, it was on a piece of paper, and
Oh.
Oh.
Was it a French girl? Anyway.
But yeah, so
So the core.
Uh-huh.
so Aaron Eckhart saves
so they
the day.
never explain why the Earth's core stops.
No, they do.
Never.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
they-
is it?
It's something to
I've
do
never,
with some
I've never
global
seen the
warming
beginning of
bullshit.
this shit. It's almost
Yeah.
like I catch it 20 minutes in.
Global warming is
exactly.
seeped into the Earth.
Right.
And the Earth is
So-
like, fuck you!
Global has warmed too much of the Earth.
Oh.
Okay.
It's hurt it to its core.
Right.
So
Yes.
does anyone ever yell at Stanley Tucci that he's got Earth dementia?
I don't think so.
No, but that's what he gets.
so he does do the Steve Buscemi.
Oh, totally. He goes off his rocker.
I want space dementia to
Is it
happen
relegated
so
to
bad.
just Italian actors that can get dementia in
Must
various
be.
sort of
Yeah.
in closed places?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put those guys in a ship
All
of
right.
some kind, and they just go
Good to
fucking
know.
crazy.
You know what? I don't
Don't
think
take Roberto Benigni to the moon.
No, you
it
do
looks
not.
like they do not explain why the Earth stops spinning.
I just it's a central thing I want to know, so it doesn't happen in
wanna
real
know.
life. Because
Oh,
if there's a
yeah,
way to
that's
prevent the
never
Earth's
gonna-
core from stopping spinning, I
A
want to make
series
sure
of
that we're
disturbances.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But see, that doesn't matter.
They just got to fix it. It
Because-
doesn't matter why.
No,
Right.
I don't
Don't
want
think
this
about
to
this-
happen to life.
Don't
I
think
wanna
about the
watch,
problem. Think about the solution.
I don't want to watch the Capitol building just sink into the earth.
The core ran
Unless
out
all
of
the
juice.
senators
They have
are
to
in it.
put more
Yeah.
juice in the core.
So they had to nuke it.
7. Yeah, they had to microwave it.
Yep.
So do they have the discussion in the movie that, oh my God, if we nuke the core, we might split the Earth in half?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's why
yeah.
they have
Yeah.
the
Okay.
specially timed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, if we don't do this right,
Yeah.
we'll blow everything up. And they're like, well, so what? The Earth's going to blow itself
So
up
is it
anyway.
like Scorcher, where they have to be set off at very specific intervals?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So let's rate it.
Uh,
Core.
4
So-
jocks for the core.
So yeah.
1 for the commandant. 1 for the core.
So what happens? Bill Nighy gets her back.
The science
Yeah.
guy.
Aaron Eckhart has to go save her, but of course the gargoyles decide, no, we have to kill Aaron Eckhart.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So they send the Bible guy after him.
Yeah, send Bible guy Gideon after him.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis's illegitimate son from the movie that shall not be named. And
Don't know what that is.
yeah, he pretty much gets himself killed by landing on his own axe.
And his axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so all the other gargoyles are like, well, fuck you, man. We're going to kill you. And then he leads them to the bad guys, and then it's Battle Royale.
Yeah, but he leads them to the bad guys in a pretty spectacular way.
This is true. There is one shot that we
One
were
shot.
Yeah.
we were laughing.
Because
Hysterically,
Superman
because it's-
punches one of those things in
Oh.
the face.
Oh, that was beautiful.
He's running down a street, and the gargoyle is swooping down at him.
Yep.
And he vaults off of the top of a car and punches this gargoyle right in the forehead. Just
Yeah.
cracks him. And for their credit, they time it. Like, just that shot works completely.
It's a good shot. I never saw the trailer for this, but that had
That
to
had to have been in the shot, in
yeah.
that. But yeah.
But then, like, he jumps on another one, like, jumps on its wing, and the gargoyle is just freaking the hell out. It's just like, get the fuck off of me! And it's
Yeah.
flying around, crashed into shit. And then they realize, oh, we're at the place where all the bad guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fight.
Well, first they say, like, oh, he's led us to them. This is it. We could never find this place because,
Yeah.
I don't know, we're gargoyles. We only have wings and we can sit on any building inconspicuously.
Yep.
And now we probably watch this demon thing. But
Yeah, but-
so the demons send out their big, bad, giant dude out to, like, deal with the situation. He'd been kind of whispering in Bill Nighy's ear the entire time with this
Yeah.
crazy deep voice. I'm going to eat my cornbread. But, you know,
It's
like...
Michael Clark Duncan,
Yeah,
but not.
But yeah, he comes out and he's just all like, you know, he demons up and is like, I've got this, leave him for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, ah! And then, to their credit, another decent shot in the movie is Gargoyle just kind of comes down and goes, yoink!
Yoink.
And then immediately, stab! And
Yep.
it's that video game thing of like, you think,
Yeah.
you know, it's about to be this epic battle, and it's just like, nope.
Nope.
Yeah. So then that begins the all-out, like,
Right. And then there's
craziness.
Sparks.
Yeah,
and shit
he
flying all
eventually
over.
gets to Bill Nighy.
No science guy.
Can't kill him.
No.
The bad guys actually win.
Yeah.
Like the gargoyles are basically almost all but wiped out. All the reanimated corpses, their little LED screens pop up and say 100% reanimated, and they all start waking up and souls start occupying them. And apparently,
Demon souls.
apparently he writes
Prepare to
he
die.
puts a little pentagram on Aaron Eckhart's forehead.
Yo, Frankenstein.
Yeah, on Yo Frankenstein's forehead. He's like, "Yo, you're a demon now,"
Yep.
and he's being possessed.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, just doesn't happen
Oh, there's a reason.
because
Yeah.
his soul grew 3 sizes that
Yes,
day.
Yeah,
because
he
he
actually had a
developed
soul.
a soul.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
had a soul or something like
We
that.
had Soul and he was a soldier.
You're right.
Yeah.
Beat me to it, damn
Beat me to it as well. So there you go.
it.
But yeah, because he's
You
like,
kids.
he watches like the possession happen, and he's like, "Rise, my child, welcome to the earth." And
Welcome to Earth.
Yo, Frankenstein's like, "Nah, it's still me." Slice.
Tired of you shooting that green shit
Well,
at me.
all right, so it's kind of dumb. It's mildly dumb in the movie, but like their weird little gargoyle cross thing, which is basically a cross with 3 lines
Yeah.
instead of 1.
Right.
He had been fighting with him and made 3 of them, and so at the end he just kind of stands up when and the guy's like, "Why are you not a demon?" And he's just like, "Ha!" Slice and finishes the cross, which
Yeah.
he's just like, "Oh fuck!" And
That's pretty cool.
that I mean, yes,
kind of like
it's
that.
a pretty
Yeah.
decent little setup that
And he blows the fuck up.
yeah.
And takes everything
Yeah.
with him.
The entire
Yeah.
building goes down.
Well,
Again,
it was like
no
from dusk till
humans
dawn,
anywhere.
Does it
Yeah.
all
Giant
sink
crater.
to the Earth's core?
Yeah.
That's
yes.
what actually stops.
That's what stopped the core. And then Aaron Eckhart as
Right.
Frankenstein, Yo Frankenstein,
Yo, Frankenstein.
has to fly the
Right.
ship to the core
Right.
with nuclear weapons.
Mhm.
All
That makes sense.
I did like that. I did like that the Queen was like, "We've got to stop these."
Yeah.
And there's thousands of these little matrixy things just hanging on
Yeah,
all
the
these
pods.
Yeah.
all these pods, and the one freaking gargoyle is just picking them off one by one, like plink.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Like,
the
drop
first
it
shot
off.
you see is one just going at him one by one. It's like, no, dude.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
over there like, he loves me now, he loves me, he loves
Yeah.
me now.
The other one's like, fuck it, knocking like an entire shelf down. But this guy's like, he's like, I have to pick some grapes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out in the grape field and pick them one by one.
Yep.
God forbid I grab
he didn't
bunches.
know, like, he's
They never did this before. They
kind of
trained for
overwhelmed
this.
at that point. Yeah. They don't teach you that in gargoyle school.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, it all
He got
falls
stoned a
to the
lot in
Earth's
class.
core. She saves She saves Aaron Eckhart,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "I protect humanity," or
And the
some
girl.
bullshit at the end.
Yeah. I, protector of humanity.
Yeah.
I,
Blah 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 blah.
Frankenstein.
Yo.
And then some terrible new metal plays over the credits.
Of course it does.
Yeah. I was just finishing off reading the plot description
core?
of the core on
Uh-huh.
IMDb,
Go
and
on.
I remembered that there is this thing called the Destiny Program, the Deep Earth Seismic Trigger Initiative,
Yep.
which was their backup plan. But then they realized towards the end of the movie that the testing for Destiny was actually what stopped the core in the first place. So
Yeah.
there is a reason behind
Was
it.
there a problem
Okay.
that was like the density?
Yes.
No.
My density has brought me to
Destiny.
So it was our own destiny that stopped the core. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Those fuckers.
Give in to your destiny.
So,
Let's rate
Yo Frankenstein.
Yo Frankenstein.
Right.
Yo. Yo, Frankie. Yo, Frankie. Yo, Frankie. Yo.
So,
So that was a movie.
It was a movie.
I think I know what you're going to rate it.
oh, so does it get a Stargrove?
No.
Nope.
Are there any Ensign Awards?
No.
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 I
So the core, 4 jocks?
yeah
Yeah.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, and all the Stargroves.
No,
Oh,
Star
okay.
Group.
Yeah.
The core. No.
I can rate the actual movie.
Yeah,
oh,
go for it.
okay.
I will give it 1 bag.
Huh.
It is not a good movie. The
No.
plot makes zero fucking sense. I don't know why the hell Frankenstein is involved in this at all. But as I was saying before, like the effects are well done. I appreciate that they at least had a clue in that regard, and the fight scenes within that are okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't feel like a bunch of rapid cutting, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, okay, that's what that is. That's what's happening over here. It made sense. It's just all the talky bits that are just boring as shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever this battle is that y'all are trying to save humanity, but you all are fucking dicks, and there are no humans in this anyway, so who cares? The story is just garbage.
Yep.
But on a technical level, it's okay. It's not the garbage that everyone made it out to be. They made it out to be just like, this is just the January movie, just the worst. I'm
Well,
gonna hate this. Grr.
It's one of those that's already had its premise is already like critic death.
Sure.
You know, and they don't sell it well anyway, but a premise like that, you're going to have like freaking P.T. Anderson pull it off in order to actually get any critic to be like, oh no, this is actually really great. You know, and it's popcorn junk. Problem is, it's generic popcorn junk.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily agree with you about how it's filmed being pretty good, as at least in the fight scenes, because there's always too much going on. And they'll show guys doing stuff, but the camera's always swooping behind somebody or following somebody or sinking down from the sky or doing something that can't sit still.
Mhm.
And it's a problem I have with the Underworld shit, too, is it's just like you can't just lock down a camera for any amount of time and show something.
Right.
And that shit, it gets to me. Though, I mean, they'll show they'll show fight moves and stuff, and they do a pretty good job midway through. But yeah, early on, man, like, they have the initial fight scene where he's burying the body, and then the guys attack him, and that happens. And then they almost have a fight scene that they cut away from.
Yeah.
And then they talk for another fucking 20 minutes before they get to any more fighting stuff.
Right.
And yeah, that's dumb. It's dumb. But I agree with you. I think it's only 1 bag. Because, I mean, there's a couple chuckles in it. It's not like, it doesn't make me angry
Nah.
at all.
Yeah.
It's just, I know in 2 weeks, you'll ask me about this movie, and I'll be like, I remember how when the demons died, they did the swirly fire thing that looked pretty cool.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Yep. I'll remember that that effect and him Superman punching that gargoyle.
Yes.
And that's it. I won't
I might
remember
even
another
forget
goddamn
that.
thing.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was funny, but I might even, like, eventually somebody will say, Superman punch a gargoyle, and be like, what fucking movie was that from?
Right. Yeah.
Is that on YouTube? I don't even know how to look it up because I can't remember. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 bag.
This is weird. This is a movie that I feel like if I was subjected to it a couple more times, I could learn to kind of be rather fond of it. Right now, I'm kind of lukewarm on it. I think it's really like a one jocks, but maybe also one bag. Like in a year, if I haven't seen this again, I'll be like, why did I give that a jocks? I cannot figure it out. It probably should have been a one bag movie, but right now, I feel like I don't know. It was kind of like somewhat competent in some ways that were amusing. Like Aaron Eckhart was, good enough, and he did Superman punch a gargoyle. That was pretty sweet.
That's good enough.
I liked. There are things about this that I like the swirly effect, even though it happens a billion times. I went back and counted, and it was a billion.
Okay. My estimates were low.
Yeah, they're usually off. But I feel like there's a very video game quality to this movie, and I kind of enjoy that part of it. I'm not really going to recommend that anybody run out and see it, but I can kind of see this like the core being one of those, like it's on FX a million times, and I catch it and I'm like, oh, he's gonna Superman punch the gargoyle. Just wait for it.
Yeah, this is primed.
Like Saturday afternoon. Yeah.
This is primed for a run like that.
Yeah, it'll be on 150 times a day, like Bulletproof Monk. But yeah, and you'll sit down flipping through channels on a Saturday afternoon, and be like, oh yeah, there. Oh man, this movie. But I feel like it definitely, at least for now, is a one jocks movie.
All right.
But a tenebrous, ephemeral one jocks.
Neat.
Yeah, I really didn't like this movie very much.
I noticed.
3 bags.
Okay.
Oh.
I like the first Underworld. I haven't gone back and watched it since. I tried to watch the second one, and I was like, this is hot garbage. And I hated the Total Recall remake. That's about the extent of my Underworld guy movie catalog. I liked the first one. I thought it was an interesting concept. It didn't seem overly dumb with camera movement. It was just like, okay, all right, fine. Vampires versus werewolves that aren't sparkly. Let's do this. Yeah, but I mean, like, a weird concept like this can be done fine. Like, I mean, I think the person you needed was... there shouldn't have been an American director. I mean, there's so much more talent for goofy things like this done played straight face. Like I like that Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Like that is what this could have been.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Abraham
And that's
Lincoln
what I
versus
was hoping.
Vampire Slayer, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
I was hoping that's what this would be. Be something like it's played earnest, but it's got enough goofy craziness, and they embrace that goofy craziness and just go ballistic with it.
Yeah. It wanted to do that a couple times. There was that one time, where it almost becomes like a Sam Raimi movie at one point, where he grabs the door and is just sort of pushing them all down this hallway, and it's sort of point of view-ish and sort of frantic, the camera work, but it just never did enough of that.
yeah, I don't know. I've seen better attempts at this, and I don't know. It's just if you're gonna do something goofy like this, you have to make it good, and I don't think they made it very good.
Yeah.
And I'm ticked at Chuck. Their Blu-ray had a 3D version. He wouldn't let us watch it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let us watch it.
Ooh, because of Chuck's glass eye.
Yep. There's a shot of Yo Frankenstein walking towards the camera in slow motion while shit's going crazy behind him. And I just said, Chuck, we could be watching this in 3D. We could touch Yo Frankenstein right now. We could reach out and touch him.
Please don't touch Yo Frankenstein.
But no, we had to watch it in 2D, and you can't touch shit in 2D.
Can't touch this.
Nope.
Sorry, I apologize.
So yeah, that's Yo Frankenstein.
Yes.
Should we at least say why we're calling it that?
What?
Because the Spanish version is Yo Frankenstein.
Okay.
Yo is Spanish for I.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll watch Yo Robot someday. Might be too long for the show.
That should
though.
just
Glass-
be, that
we
should
have-
just be Yobot.
We have Yovember.
How did I do
Glass
that?
Yo. Your glass
That was too
Yo
far.
prevented us.
I was blindly pointing somewhere in the general direction of the poster.
Blindly.
Ah.
I.
Hey, leave my glass eye out of it.
Sorry.
I'm very
Anyway.
sensitive.
Yo Frankenstein.
Sorry,
No.
we recorded mono, so that's why you can hear us. Anyway, let's take a break, shall we?
Okay, let's do that. By the way,
Wear a monocle.
yeah. When the live stream is over, you
Yes.
guys, if you haven't watched Commander Chris Hadfield's Space Oddity,
I heard that.
I've seen everyone
Tonight-
post about it.
yeah,
but
tonight it will be taken down at midnight Eastern Standard Time, as I understand, because they had license to use it for 1 year and 1 year only. So even though it should be covered under the cover or parody or homage or whatever,
Or the
whatever.
fact that it's in fucking space
Yeah, that
and
it's
there is
got-
no copyright in space.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, America rules space.
Gamble out there in
And
space.
I
motherfucker.
say-
he's got a point.
David
Yeah.
is David.
Fuck this Mickey
yeah,
Mouse space bullshit, space mountain motherfuckers.
yeah.
Cocksucker.
Yeah.
Man, he's like
Well, hey,
storming out of here.
David Bowie ain't even American, is
Pissed.
he?
No, he's not.
So it doesn't count.
That weird motherfucker has 2 different colored eyes like Chuck.
Yeah. What?
One of yours is glass. That's the color.
It's the same color as the other one.
Haters.
Haters.
You see any movies, Chuck?
I saw a bunch of movies.
You did?
I sure did.
Are you going to talk about any of them?
Nope.
None?
Nope.
Or they're all Godzilla movies, aren't they?
No. I will talk about Flashpoint for about 5 seconds.
Which one's Flashpoint?
Flashpoint's the one that you were like, we should watch Flashpoint for the BMFcast.
And you watched Flashpoint?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about now. The point of Flash.
Yes.
What is the point of Flash? Oh man. So the core.
Of course, pretty good.
Yo, Frankenstein.
Yo.
We got emails aplenty.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna have to whittle through them. So Godzilla.
Yeah.
We need to figure out when we're doing Godzilla.
Uh,
Like when we're all seeing it.
I kind of have plans to see it already.
When?
Thursday evening.
Really? I see how it is. So we will all make plans without you.
I had to do that because of the concert plan.
Oh, you have to go to concert on Friday, don't you? All right. Well, you do what you want. You
No.
fucking do your thing, Chuck.
None of it is-
You just no.
I just want to crawl into bed and die. That's all I want.
I'm glad you're not contagious anymore.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
So that's the last thing I need right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, guy countered again on the house, and yeah, we're kind of at that point. So we're doing a little test.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow we're demanding that we get to see the house again,
Yeah.
and if he's like unreasonable about it, then we walk.
Good idea.
But we'll see. And then we might offer him $1,000 more, but we're pretty much done. Like,
Yeah.
I love the location of the house.
Mhm.
The house is a little bit small.
Is this
But-
the one that was 6 houses down from the other one that you looked at?
This is actually the original one we
Oh,
bid
okay.
on. The second one it ended up with 7 offers on the same house.
Jesus.
Yeah, and we were clearly right in the middle of the range of, what everyone offered. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we didn't get that one, but I was kind of relieved actually because that house had more stuff done,
Mhm.
but what they had done to fix it was kind of slightly a problem on its own. Like closet space was an issue.
Yeah.
And the way they had configured the bathroom and the shower, there was no way to fix that, short of like getting an armoire and using that and all that stuff. So
That's weird.
house shopping sucks.
Yeah.
Did you and your wife shop for a house together, or did one of you own it beforehand?
I moved into her house.
Yeah.
We like 5 years ago started staging it, and then the market fucking exploded.
Yeah.
So we were just like, we're not going to get half of what this house is worth yesterday. So why are we doing this?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I hung on to my old house as long as I did. Made some money so I can buy a new house so that it will be worth nothing when the market crashes in like a year or two again.
Mhm.
But yeah, now it's just way harder to get a loan and get a proper appraisal on anything if you're selling it. So I guess that's good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do wonder like how the hell Like I just think about the process I've gone through, like getting a loan. How in God's name did everyone get away with what they were doing for the mid 2000s?
They were just like, sign your name, we will give you money.
Yeah, but it's
It was bankers gone crazy. I mean,
it had to, but they had to have known. Like you can't.
Sure.
I mean, when you're giving people that make $2,500 a month, and you're giving them a loan for a house that's like $1,700 a month, $1,800, $2,000 a month, to someone on that salary, it's like, how do you expect to sustain this?
The entire industry was William H. Macy and Fargo. They were just continuing to do this nonsensical bullshit
Because they couldn't stop.
because they couldn't stop, and they just figured at some point it would work out. Some way,
Yeah.
they would figure out
Something
some
would
way
happen.
to break it even and make it all work. And then,
Well, that's what sucks too. Is like there's so many. Like there aren't as many foreclosures anymore. But the problem is they're all fucked now. Like you if you get a foreclosure, you got to go in and like deal with a year of that place being abandoned and mildew and mold and God knows what else. And
there's a place across the street from us that has been abandoned for probably 3 years.
yeah,
The bank refuses to send anyone out to do anything about it. The previous owner just bailed. All their shit is still there.
really left their shit.
Left their shit. So their
Wow.
house is full of shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How come we haven't broken in and just taken some of the shit?
I would imagine it has been broken into several
yeah,
times.
it has to have been.
Yeah.
But
What house?
yeah, and short sales, don't ever get involved with a short sale because you're like committed to that for up to like 6 months of waiting to see if the bank and basically the bank sets the price and it's like take it or leave it, and the
Yeah.
bank could take freaking 6 months to decide what that price is,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of like, well, I guess I can't look for a house until that gets resolved, can I? Or I back out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Have you been boring the chat with house talk?
yeah. No, it's important. Now.
Talk about a lot of
It's
stuff.
important news. So do you have any movies, gentlemen's?
I haven't watched it on purpose. Like I said, I wouldn't.
Okay.
It's voicemail half.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't have any either?
Nope.
Good, man. I'm so glad none of us watched movies.
Come on, I watched 100,000 movies, but
So
I did. I caught
Godzilla.
up on TV. I finally watched the end of True Detective, which I'd only watched the first half.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fuck, dude.
I saw the scene everybody talked about, and I was like, all right, I'll wait till it's done.
Oh,
I just
all right,
didn't
okay.
get around to it.
So Godzilla.
Uh-huh.
Are we getting together to see it? Chuck has already bailed on us.
Oh, no. There goes
I may be
Chuck
bailing on
Eo.
the entire seeing it Thursday experience.
Oh, we're doing Thursday?
No, I can't do Thursday.
Oh.
Chuck's doing Thursday.
I'm doing
'cause-
Thursday because I got something on due on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it on Friday. I'm just not. I'm not going to a fucking theater on Friday, trying to see that movie.
How about on Saturday?
Probably not then. No, I've got.
Let's try this. What day would you go to the movies, BJ?
Why
Is
don't
it
you just
bigger
say
than-
the day that you go to the movie?
Will it fit in a bread basket?
No,
Oh, well, then, all right.
no.
Bread box.
no.
whatever.
I may even go to the Sunray to see it, just because
They have it at Sunray?
They are going to have it. At Sunray,
Really?
Yeah. I may go see it there just because I do not want to fuck with the regular movie theater experience with this movie.
Yeah, that's
I would say
understandable.
after our Superman experience, I kind of feel I'm a little worried about it.
Like I don't want to go. I don't think I want to go opening weekend
Yeah.
at all. I just. My work wife saw it yesterday at special sneak preview screening. Somehow she got to see it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Said it was awesome. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
Is
But
there only
just-
one showtime on Thursday or something?
No,
No.
there's like a 7 and a
Like,
10.
yeah. And you got to get
So,
there.
Harlow,
Probably got to get there at 4.
When
to-
are we seeing Godzilla?
I'm tempted to say let's
It's
go
like
to
a
the
half
old,
day
old
on
people
Monday.
time on like Saturday or Sunday. Like go at like the 10 a.m. show or some shit like
Maybe
that.
I could do. No, not 10 a.m. No.
Yeah, getting up. That's.
Well, I'm just
an
saying. I
issue.
mean, like it's
waking up.
the
Earlier
only
the
way
better.
you're the only way you're gonna avoid dick holes. Dick holes
Um,
don't wake up before 2.
I don't have
like
a problem with doing
Kestrel.
it earlier.
But oh,
I know Greencap was interested, but I'd have to talk to him. But he'd probably be able to do a daytime one as well. But all right, we'll commiserate. So if we were to do it during the day, BJ, would you be amenable to that?
I might be.
You might be. All right.
Yeah.
can we at least do Limax?
So you're saying there's a chance?
wait, is it
Yes,
3D?
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
There's both.
So if you,
I don't
so
wanna
that
do
means
a
that means
3D
the
show.
Limax is in 3D probably.
The what?
The Limax.
Oh, the fake IMAX.
Yeah. Or XD.
Climax.
Well, either
Limax.
XD or Limax.
Am I right? Yeah.
I'm saying they're gonna force you to see 3D in those. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If I can be done before 3 o'clock on Saturday, Sunday is right out.
Yeah. There you go.
Hmm.
So I can see maybe a grandpa show on Saturday.
Sounds like a plan.
Can you wait, Chuck?
No.
Join us.
We got much
Taking
to
my
talk
wife.
about, so we'll have a short half, right?
Voicemail half.
I got a couple movies. They will
Okay.
be super quick.
All right.
I did watch Can't Hardly Wait, but I don't have to talk about it.
It's a good movie.
I
though.
can't hardly wait to hear you talk about it.
I'm not going to. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Jokes.
I should have borrowed your Godzilla, the original. I have the Criterion disc, but it's at my storage unit.
No. I kind of meant to bring it with me. I'd like to volunteer it up.
Yeah, oh well.
It's all right. I got it. Don't sweat it, yo.
All right.
And I had the 1998 Godzilla disc.
Mm.
Was able to
Lucky
sell
you.
that to somebody ages ago.
Jesus.
Monkey's
Snap
paw.
that thing in half.
Yeah.
God, it's so bad.
It's really long.
It's long and terrible.
It's pretty bad.
It's so bad.
Oh, but come on. The mayor was named Siskel and the senator was named Ebert or whatever.
The
Come on,
mayor
that's
was
funny.
mayor was Ebert and his assistant was Siskel, and it's a terrible joke.
What about
Especially now that
What
no
about
one even-
General Kale and Willow? and the Siskel Birch. the monster at the
Yeah,
end.
those
They
were
never
dumb
actually
too,
said.
But
All right. So, Chuck's got something. Rest of us got nothing.
I'm gonna talk real quick, yo.
Should I be queuing up some voicemails or something?
Oh, we got a few, dude.
All right. I'll work on that.
All right. I'll just talk.
Cool.
Talkity
You should
talk
do that.
talk.
I will
See what I'm
listen.
talking about here.
And this was weird. Like, we have multiple, like,
Yeah.
we have multiple ones from the same number.
Yeah, we went through this last week, where we never established exactly why we had multiple ones from the same number.
I say we just play them both, and whichever gets a better reaction, we keep.
That sounds great.
By us or the fans?
That sounds so hot.
I don't
So
know.
how far
What?
back do I have to go?
I'll show you how long. Yeah. First one's on. God, first one's all the way back in 425,
All right.
and you'll see there's another one right above it.
Oh, good God, that's long.
I remember that one.
see my
That
name
one's
a
kind of.
lot.
That one's kind of. We got to play that. Save that one for last. Actually,
All right.
save that one for last. I don't know what the one above it that has no transcript is.
I don't see any that have no transcripts. Yeah,
On
I'll have-
429.
Yeah, I got a transcript.
Sorry, live stream people.
I have a transcript.
Oh, really?
Salad sausage gets made.
It's a really
folks.
long transcript, but I have a transcript.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, the 8591 is like 1,000,001 theme months. So
Cool.
we'll see how long we're running.
Yeah.
Yay!
We love them theme months.
November.
Well, like every other month is a theme month, so
So should we-
obviously we do love the theme.
How many emails do we have? Should we
How
lead
many,
off
how
with
many,
a
how many?
voicemail and then
Yeah.
okay,
All right.
do like an email, another voicemail, voicemail,
Here,
Chuck talk, email.
Chuck talk. I'm just gonna talk.
Nope,
Okay.
Chuck talk.
Chuck Talk.
Chuck talk.
Welcome to Chuck Talk.
All right.
Brought to you by Chuck.
The
about that
5101 on May 1st.
Huh?
Okay. And then there's a 608 one that came last Wednesday.
Yep.
I think that one's not too long. Yeah, a couple of them were pretty short, so that's good. And then we got 1, 2, 3 emails. That can do.
Man, I hope that's who I think it is. The last one.
I don't remember the last
I
one.
see where it came from, so that's
Okay.
all I know.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, we'll play a couple, read a couple, play a few more.
All right,
Okay.
So
let's do it.
All right.
All right, we'll go back.
Hey, BMFcast, second half.
second half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the
Correspondence
mostly correspondence
half.
Mostly.
except for Chuck having to interrupt us with a couple
got
of
a few
movies.
love letters coming in.
All right, Chuck,
But
interrupt
first-
our correspondence. half
Chuck gonna bring
with
the
a
mood
little-
down with
A
the
little
movies.
talk.
Yeah.
About movies.
Bring it to an all-time low, and then we'll
Yeah.
bring it back up. to an all-time high. Yeah. Okay. So I watched a couple movies. I watched after you had watched We're the Millers. I watched We're the Millers.
Okay.
And just thought, why is this a movie?
All right.
These characters are kind of gross, and I don't much care for anything that's happening in this.
I don't know. I think I've gotten over that with comedies. I just in the last like 10 years, most comedies star assholes.
Yeah. Well, I'm realizing that because then I tried to watch Identity Thief
Okay.
and only got 40 minutes in, and it was like, nope, this is the worst person ever on the planet.
Well, did you make it all the way through?
Nope.
We're the Millers?
40. Oh no, We're the Millers. Yes.
Okay.
I made it to the end.
So you saw the outtakes where I'm like,
Yeah.
I think they were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well-
Jason Sudeikis just seems like he seems like a guy who takes comedy way too seriously. Like he's better than comedy. He doesn't seem like he'd be a fun guy to be around. He seems like he's probably a dick.
Does he seem like he's an AV Club person that has to analyze every line delivery?
No, he just
See
seems like
what's
he's
the
better than
funniest.
comedy. He's just like he made it to a point where he can date hot chicks and doesn't need it anymore.
Mm.
Oh yeah, is he the dickhole that's dating Olivia Wilde?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I hate that guy even more now. I hated him before, but now I really
Anger.
do.
Yeah.
You did make a good point though about that movie in particular
Yeah.
and the trend of movies having strippers that never strip.
Yeah. Don't cast an actress as a stripper who doesn't take her clothes off. That's dumb.
Yeah. It's pretty stupid.
I mean,
And it happens so
all the
often.
time.
It's like, why not use that character a different way?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be a stripper?
Exactly.
If you're not going to make her a stripper.
I don't get
basically?
it. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
So anyway.
So kind of a weird parallel to tonight's movie. I finally watched The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
Oof.
I mean, I knew the
I
movie's
love watching
reputation. And so like for the first 20 minutes I'm watching, I'm like, you know what? This is not bad. This seems all right. And then like they start introducing all the rest of the characters. I'm like, this sucks. This is dumb. This is a really bad idea. And then it's just chaos for 2 hours. It's like, what is happening?
Oh, well, all right. Well,
The
wait.
original
Yeah, I was going to say, to be
comics, the
fair, that's
issue-
not a bad idea. 'Cause
I'm just saying the way it is presented in the movie,
Yeah,
where
okay.
it's just like all these famous fictional characters are just showing up in a room and are just like, "Hi, I'm the Invisible Man, and I'll be
Yeah.
helping you out today." It's like,
I will say
This
the
is
original
really
comics
dumb.
are pretty awesome.
I bet
Like
they
they're
are.
actually really good, but what is it? They have like Huck Finn or Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer,
Yeah.
Agent Tom
Not-
Sawyer.
Not a part of the comics
Yeah.
at all.
He was only in there because there were no Americans
Yeah.
in it,
Pretty
and so
much.
why would Americans watch this movie?
Yeah.
So put Tom Sawyer in it. Kids love.
Yeah, that's one of
Tom
those
Sawyer.
dumb Hollywood things. It's just like,
Yeah.
you got Sean Connery. You don't need
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's the thing that ruins the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
No, I know that. It's a shit movie.
There's a lot of problems with that movie. I don't like a lot of movies like Wild Wild West where it's like we have all this technology that really doesn't exist, but we've got it. We've got cars and we've got things, and it's just like, why do you have that? And it's like, because we do.
So you don't like steampunk, is what you're saying.
I just no, not when it's presented like Wild Wild West,
Yeah.
where it's just like I'm a scientist and I have this thing called a car, and isn't it amazing? And it's really not.
Yeah.
And then so I watched a movie called Parkland, which is about the 4 days after the Kennedy assassination, mostly based
so
around.
it's a feel-good comedy.
No, actually,
Oh.
it's not. But it's mostly most of it takes place in Parkland Hospital, which is where both Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald were taken. It's just an interesting take on certain events that hadn't been covered by movies before. So, and it's got a really great cast in it. Billy Bob Thornton is in it. Paul Giamatti is in it. It's really worth a watch. It's very understated. It doesn't have an arc of any kind. It's just like, here's what happened, the end.
Yeah.
But it talks about some interesting things that the conspiracy theories over time have sort of like blurred over, like some very just simple basic facts that no one talks about because it doesn't help their case. And this movie just sort of presents like, here's how things happened. So, and then finally, similarly to that, there's a movie from the 80s called Flashpoint, which it's on Cinemax right now. So if you have like Max Go or Max On Demand or anything like that, you can watch it. Man, man, it's a really fun little thriller movie. Chris Christopherson, Treat Williams, Rip Torn, like half the cast of RoboCop.
These all sound like good things.
It's sweet Jeeps all over the place because they're Border Patrol agents. They're always just driving around, just driving like maniacs.
Just sweet jeeping all over the place.
All over the place. It has some ties to the Kennedy assassination as part of its plot. Just really, really a fun, interesting movie that, you know, it's a low-key movie that probably a lot of people haven't seen. So that's my recommendation is a lot of people seek that movie out and watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Good times.
So not BAMcast worthy, though.
No, it's a little too good for that.
Okay.
What an odd assortment of movies you watched.
Thank you.
He's an odd man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record and say I actually kind of like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Whatever.
I didn't hate it. It was so overwhelming. It was just
I know.
like
it's dumb. I mean, but to me, that's a popcorn movie that I didn't have a problem with.
okay.
As far as things like that go.
Yeah. I mean, I never really hated Wild Wild West. It was just like,
Oh, I do hate that.
This is just like not what is. It just got to a point where I was numb. It was just like too much. I don't care. You turned a man's head into a projector. It's dumb, and I'm out, and I'm not paying attention to it anymore.
There's some goofy fun shit in that movie.
Sure.
You really have to turn your brain off, though.
Yeah, I just all right. Here's my difference. Like you keep likening it to Wild Wild West. Everybody takes the dumb concept and plays it earnestly in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Wild Wild West is a lot of wink at the camera. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
we're on an adventure and isn't
Yeah.
this wacky?
Yes.
All right, and back to the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
that's what annoys me about movies like
Yeah.
that. So anyway, how
Yeah.
about we get some correspondence? Let's get to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Yeah, sounds
Sure.
good.
People like that.
Start with a voicemail, shall we?
Okay.
Sure. Let's listen to it.
Chef Green, you, from the future. The year is 2020 and the world is in shambles because of an action perpetrated by the beach. So that June 2014, he will suggest you have Matthew McConaughey. When you refuse, he takes them onto his own hands. It starts with a single death in Washington, D.C. The assassin is the beach. People are afraid. They want answers. They want protection. They want revenge. But the bad movie registration act is passed, calling for all movies that have Matthew McConaughey. Hey, here's him. McConaughey drones virtual elimination, seeking out good movies, hunting them down on gambles. Some good movies fight back, but not for long. The surviving good movies get turned up into detention camps. The camps are their final stops. I'm here fighting alongside future Arlo and Matthew, trying to make the world safe for good movies. Oh no! What's that? It is so perfect! White Tina! It's him! Oh God! It's him! No! Even with all my stuff from my South Park break time out.
I'm sorry.
That was supposed to be last, but oh well.
You said the one before, the one after.
No, I said that one, but
You said
holy
the one.
shit.
All right, you said
Yeah.
the long one.
That was pretty good.
Someone's crank prank phone.
Yeah.
I actually saw that South Park episode
That's a good
last
one.
week.
I am so sorry.
It sounds like it was my fault for not approving Matthew McConaughey.
Your future fault, I guess.
I guess.
We still have some time to rectify this.
I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we can.
Who do I assassinate?
Well, we don't have all the details yet. Maybe I will call us back again with
Yeah,
further
Ian needs to
information.
call.
Chuck.
Let us know.
At some point, you're going to shoot somebody, and then they're going to sit up and like pull a letter out that's all taped together and be like, "Well, I cheated." Yeah,
I figured, what the hell?
yeah. That's just how time travel works.
Chuck,
Yes.
if you have to kill me to save us, you do it.
All right, let me think about it.
Don't you hesitate.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Please kill him.
Not right now.
Wow.
just- if you,
No, if something goes wrong, please
Sure,
kill.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, then
Then-
and only then.
Yeah, right. If something goes
Not
wrong.
just like now.
No,
not
that's just
willy-nilly.
All right.
All right. So you guys want an email next?
Sure, yeah, why not?
I do.
All right. This one's from Sean. Sean's written before. But he has a question. He says, "Hey, what's an antagonist? Dear Bamfcast, I recently listened to the episode about Hamburger, the movie, and heard you use the word antagonist. I'm not familiar with that term, and while I can kind of guess at its meaning, I'd like to hear your definition of an antagonist and maybe an example or two.
see also the 1980s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Just
way
one of
I
those
see it,
dickhead protagonists.
Yeah.
Asshole.
The entire cast of Animal
Protagonist.
House.
Bill
Like
Murray.
you have to root for them because you have to. The movie tells you to, but really they're kind of deplorable.
An antagonizing asshole protagonist.
yeah, it came from Pinball Summer was where we first
Yeah.
coined it, because there was a point in the movie where we realized we were rooting for the quote-unquote villains because they seemed like more decent people than the assholes that were supposed to be the protagonists of the movie.
Yep.
Which, that one's more extreme than most, actually, because their actions are so pointlessly asshole-ish.
Yeah.
And it's not even like in the guise of like Animal House, where it's like we're just having party and being crazy because we're in college.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
like all the males in House of Wax. Like we were just like, oh, just die.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
die. Like
just
Stop touching
stuff,
everything
yeah.
and yeah.
just die.
We talked about it in depth before, but it's mainly because the things that people were fighting against in the 70s and 80s are not things that people are fighting against now. So now it makes them seem like assholes, like Caddyshack. It's like, really? You're pissed off that they have this country club and they're just doing whatever they want and
Yeah.
gives a shit, you know? It's like people are starving, you know? It's,
Yeah.
We have bigger
there's
world
always
problems.
a more important thing.
Yeah. So you look at that and you're just like, stop being a douche.
Yeah.
So lots of 70s and 80s.
And now we're going back to that with the comedies, apparently.
Yeah, we pretty much are, where they're just the worst people on the
Well,
planet.
yeah. I will admit, like, your Letterboxd review for Identity Thief is one of my favorites, where you're just like, by the 40-minute mark, Melissa McCarthy's character could have gone back through time, prevented 9/11, and she'd still deserve a bullet in the head.
Yep. Yep. That is how I felt. I didn't. As soon as I saw what that movie was attempting to do to remedy her character, which was to introduce even worse characters, bullshit. No, I'm not going to be manipulated like that. She is still the worst person.
Well, yeah, and movies like that, too, it's where somebody that just deserves to get their just desserts.
Yeah.
But they're going to end up teaming up with the protagonist to
Yep.
take down the worst person because she's one of the other stars in the movie, and
Right.
you can't do that. And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. I could see which way the wind was blowing in that one, and I was just like, I have no desire to see this character redeem herself. So,
Yeah.
Astagonist.
Oh, well. So the modern day antagonists, they're just even more aggressively
Yes.
assholes.
They're just the worst. They don't even
they're
have
not,
a cause.
They're not even assholes to the good guys.
No.
To the bad guys. They're assholes to everybody.
Yes.
So, but there you go.
More voicemail.
Sure.
Sure. Let's do that.
Hey, BMFcast, this is Thrasher, co-host of the Sequelcast, www.sequelcast.com. And I come to you with a special request. I realize that you guys will never do an animation ever again, which is a shame, because as terrible times you had making those episodes, I had a great time listening to them. I certainly hope you consider giving at least one animated film of the BMFcast treatment sometime before the year is out. And as a show of good faith, I just wanted to toss out some other theme month possibilities for you, just to give you something to run out the rest of the year. So we're going to start with May, the films of Henry Winkler. Coming up in June, there's Dame Junie Dench. In July, Jewel Lie. Those are Jewel Heist movies. August, Swamp Monster movies.
Not bad.
Then in September, we have September, movies about cults. In October, we have Flocktober, Killer Bird movies. In November, we have Grovember, movies about animals and plants that grow to tremendous size. And finally, ending the year in December, movies based on tabletop games.
Oh.
So, what do you think, Bamcast?
Jumanji.
Oh, I thought I was going to say Andrew Dice Clay movies.
Me too.
My heart skipped a beat.
I love the look on Chuck's face when at first he thought he said Sextember.
I was excited.
And then
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
like, September.
September.
I had that one too.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought he said Sextember, and I was like,
like-
fuck yes. I will watch all the sex movies.
Afraid not.
Yeah.
Haven't you already watched all the sex movies?
I'd watch them again.
All right.
I'd start the cycle over again. Start at the
We're
beginning.
going to, next year, we're just going to have to take off from theme months. Just be like, none. Blaxploitation History Month, that's it. And then everyone will just stockpile all of it. Like, I wonder if the fan base would just explode from us not doing them, from just constantly coming up with new ideas.
They would
for
just
them.
get so backed up that-
We've opened Pandora's box of theme months.
We kind of have.
We can't shut it.
I mean, we've had some really good ones, but God, like
we're gonna get hit with ones that we're gonna want to do every once in a while. But I mean, we're winding down from a first half of a year of theme months. So
Yeah.
we're just cleansing our palate.
This week's movie was not the answer to that.
No, but it was new.
Yep, it was.
We could
Timely.
just go the other way and just have every month next year be theme months. Just do a whole, like I said, there's Tony January,
Yeah.
and there's My Exploitation History Month,
Yep.
and we can come up with something with March. It's
Robert
not-
Zamarch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Or was
can
it
do this.
Zadarch?
April 2.
Zadarch, yeah. I like.
I want April back.
Yeah.
I'm putting it down right now.
Okay. You know I'm down.
I had fun with April, even
So
though
did
I
I.
missed some of April,
Yeah.
which disappointed me.
That's probably why you had fun.
Yep.
Well, was it I thought you guys liked Going.
No, I,
No.
Oh no, it's Hamburger that you like. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Going Ape was not good.
Not
Yeah.
great.
No.
Bummer.
Dan DeVito was good, but
Okay. All right. Next email we got is from Scott. Scott the Second.
hello, Scott.
Hello, Chuck. that was my imitation of your imitation of Scott.
Great.
What's the
So he
matter,
says-
Scott? I'm hip. I'm cool.
So,
Uh-huh.
Scott says,
Yeah.
a boat full of phallic-shaped potatoes is a dictatorship.
Oh, it's this Scott.
Scott Second, yeah. He just broke Harlow.
Yeah.
Just
I
broke it.
was on the verge of
He
He
it.
just got a spit take.
Cracked. And he has Black Exploitation on stage. Sorry, live stream. Anyway, he says, greetings, casties. I'm guessing Chuck now has his arms crossed and a defiant anti-pun sneer on his face, so let's get into this. First off, reviewing a movie about hamburgers without Big Mackey is bad, but not announcing the live cast on Facebook warrants punishment. To stick with the burger theme, perhaps you should be Ground Chuck. I'm aware that was cheesy, but I had to catch up from last week. Let us move on. That happened because I wasn't here, and I'm usually the Facebook person.
Oh.
It happens.
We don't have
Sorry.
the keys.
Follow us on Twitter. Somebody will always post on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to retweet.
Yep.
Anyway, he says, a while back, Harlow talked about how he flipped his wig, or at least his opinion on her. You guys have mentioned actors where your opinion on them did a 180. What about movies? Any movies you really like now but hated when you first saw them, or vice versa? That's all for now. I have to go printer shopping with a wife. She thinks the discounted display models are a good deal, but I'm not taking a chance on a loose cannon. Scott 2 off.
Ooh,
Sent
that
via
was-
smoke signal.
That one's mildly recycled. I'm going to have to deduct some points there.
I know.
Scott. I remember the tripod thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, movies I've reversed my stance on. Probably the biggest one for me is Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Francis Ford Coppola one.
Mhm.
Hated it walking out of the theater. Absolutely hated it. Now I love that movie. Like the more I like go, some time went through and I actually saw all the original vampire movies.
Mhm.
Now I love that one, and I still think it's one of Gary Oldman's most fun, crazy performances ever, and of a guy that's already my favorite actor.
Well, all right.
Yeah. I mean, Keanu's terrible, but he's terrible in most movies where he tries to do anything but be a dude. I mean,
Aw.
like, do you remember him? Do you remember Dangerous Liaisons? Like
Yes.
Keanu showing up and that's like, "Hi, I'm French." Like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one. That's a strong one for me.
Yeah. I have some. I can't think of any.
No, blanking.
I've mentioned before, I think, Ocean's 12, walking out of the theater, my friends and I absolutely hated it.
Mhm.
But when I watched it a second time, when I got like the Blu-ray set or whatever with the other ones, I was like, I actually really like big chunks of that movie. The Julia Roberts scene still is just
The worst.
a smelly big piece of shit sitting there for like 20 minutes in the middle of that movie.
Mhm.
But it's basically his excuse to make an art film with a huge big budget cast and do funky weird stuff with it that I appreciate. And I appreciate it way more in rewatching it. And it helps having a absolutely phenomenal soundtrack, which that is one of my favorite soundtracks ever, is in that movie.
Yeah.
And there's something else. What is it that I've seen that I've really changed my opinion on? And I'm trying to find it in my list now.
All right.
Well, there's Xanadu. I watched it and I watched it again. And I liked it even more.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does that count?
most of mine go the other way, which is like something I really liked as a kid. You know, it's like, oh, this movie's great, and then you see it, and you're just like, wow, that's not good.
Yeah.
Like Explorers.
Hey.
It's not as good as it was when you're a kid, dude. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Stop crushing my dreams, bro.
I'm sorry. It's not. Sorry.
In rewatching the Bond films, I think my opinion changed on quite a few of them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I hated all the Sean Connery films the first time I went through them.
Oh, God.
I was like, these suck. These are the worst.
You're fucking broken.
But I was a kid.
Yeah.
And had grown up going to the theater to see Roger Moore movies. So going back and revisiting them, I'm just like, you know, yeah, these are a lot better than I gave them credit for.
Yeah, I liked Man with the Golden Gun way more than I seem to remember liking it. License to Kill, same thing. Or actually, I realized I hadn't seen all of License to Kill because I just didn't like what I had seen up to that point, I think. Or whatever it was.
Yeah.
First time seeing it. And Moonraker I actually liked more, which kind of surprised me because the space craziness isn't as much of that movie as you think it is.
No. That movie's reputation does more bad harm to it than the actual movie itself.
Yeah.
People are like, Space Bond, bleh.
Yeah, and You Only Live Twice I liked way less in rewatching it. Probably because all the fun of it's ironic, and it's like, you know, when you're younger and you're a kid, you're like, man, this is so cool. There's ninjas, and they launching a spaceship that's trapping another spaceship, and, you know, it's... you think about that one, it's like, holy shit, this movie's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then you watch it again, and it's kind of like, it's not played quite right. Like, it's not played the way it needed to be played. And then there's the whole, hey, I'm in a Japanese outfit. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, the early Bond movies are a good example. And I think this show probably boosted all of our opinions of License to Kill. I think just the way we look at certain movies, that movie came along. It was like, what if there was a BMFcast Bond movie? We're like, okay, well, yes, go on. I'm listening.
Yeah.
I think I liked Goldeneye the first time I saw it. Now I do
No,
not.
you should not do that.
Yeah, that is the biggest one, I think.
Yeah.
It was GoldenEye is a fucking mess.
Yeah, it is.
It's a mess.
Gross.
And it's disappointing. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I knew I didn't like World's Not Enough first time I saw it. I was like, that's not good. And that stayed not good.
I still love that one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But I will agree, they're all of his are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Even though he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
He deserved a better Bond movie.
Yeah.
I know. And Fight Club was a movie I used to really love, but it does not resonate with me nearly the same way it did. And that movie is, I am convinced, your age matters everything about what you think of that movie and where you are in your life.
Yeah.
Which is more than any other movie I can think of.
I still think the movie is solid, but the message feels more and more like hot bullshit.
Yeah,
the
like
older I
the
get.
way it's executed, I think is still phenomenal. Like I still think the filmmaking of that movie is absolutely terrific, and at the time was just kind of like knocked everyone on their butts. But yeah, the messaging and what it's saying is so mixed that almost to the point of like, did you know it was kind of bullshit when you were making it, and you just kind of did everything just to see what would happen type thing? Because the book's a little more clear on its messaging, for sure, but the movie seems to hedge its bets.
Yeah.
Which hurts it.
Well, it's a
movie.
Yeah.
Well, but it's for what it is, it's a phenomenal adaptation of that book. Like, that book, first time I read the book, I was like, this is unfilmable. Like, I don't know how they made a cohesive movie out of this. But yeah. So yeah. My opinion changed somewhat, but not. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other stuff, but I find my opinion sets. You know, like a lot of things. There's few things I want to go back to and watch. Like The Master, I probably should go back and watch it, and I'd appreciate more. But I feel like I don't have the time anymore. Like I don't want to go back and do that again.
Never again.
So, do you want to move on to a voicemail here?
Okay.
Sure.
Hey, BMFcast, this is Sunny California calling to remind y'all that you are my favorite podcast on the entire internet. Mostly because of this month so far. Y'all doing a fantastic job. Oh, shit. Also, calling you because you guys have been thinking about ways to get money from people like me. And episode 107 of the BMFcast is called Robo Crap, and you guys have been doing an audio commentary track for a movie. Often people pay for these things. I may be interested in paying for such a thing. Think about it. Ow.
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 What's the
Which month did
that
he
came
call?
during April,
April. Okay.
or right at the end of April.
so what's the legality of one doing that? Can you?
You can record a commentary track all you want.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can't deliver it with the movie.
Sure.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't have the audio.
But I mean, that's
of the
what
movie.
Riff Tracks is. They just record.
MP3.
Like, here's a track for Star Wars. Sync it up with your movie
Yeah.
and go.
But I've never actually like attempted to do one. Like I think I've watched one of their movies, but it was one of the old public domain movies where it was like, here's the movie too, and
Right.
just push play, you
Yeah.
know, type thing. But I assume like you have your iPod on and it's like hit play.
They give
when
you a
this-
countdown that's like when you see this, like when you see the last frame of this logo disappear, hit play.
Okay.
And they have a voice that reads lines of dialogue so that you know you stay in sync. So
Interesting.
Wait, what? They have a voice.
The whole time?
There's a character who reads various lines of dialogue in the movie like at 12, 15-minute intervals so that you know that the track
Oh,
is still in
okay.
sync.
I got you.
Interesting.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people sell them on Bandcamp, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like a supplemental.
I mean,
deal.
we wouldn't have to go that far because it wouldn't be dependent on the timing of the dialogue in the movie to relay a joke if we're just talking about the movie. So you wouldn't have to go to that level
Well,
of...
I think that I thought that was kind of what they wanted, was something that was a sort of like a BMFcast director's commentary,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So you comment on things throughout.
You're
the movie.
Probably more like what we do when we were
Yeah.
actually watching the movie. Where,
Just
Yeah,
reacting to...
but maybe slightly more we've prepared.
like yeah,
Yeah.
and
like maybe
cleaner.
Cleaner. Yeah, well, sure.
far less
Cleaner, who cares? No.
far less misogyny
Nope.
and racism than our normal.
Yeah,
Yes,
totally.
because we're just
filthy
we are
animals.
vile,
Terrible people.
vile, misogynist, racist.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yep.
Oh, we're also sexist, homophobes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I hate everyone equally.
Yeah, I mean I was getting there eventually.
Yeah,
I'd
I just
describe every sort of.
I mean,
group
there
that-
are certain labels attached to a certain kind of hate. I just take it a step further. It's everyone.
You're just a misanthrope.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fine. Give me
Yeah.
the ultimate label.
I think the main reason we've done
Label.
You're
it,
welcome.
the main reason we haven't done anything like that yet is because Harlow would kill himself editing it, most likely.
It's also, I mean,
it would
it's
end my
also
hate.
something-
It would end all the hate that I have for everybody. No.
yeah. Yeah.
It's also something that's going to take a long time for us to accomplish as
Yeah.
well. And
But I mean,
we're,
like, if we did a movie where it's like something that we gave high scores to that we really wanted to see again, like I there's not once a month at least. I'm like, I would watch Rappin' right now. I would totally watch Rappin' again. I wish I could watch it again for the first time. That's the kind of
Yeah.
movie I would sit down again and watch and love the shit out of.
Well, and if we do it, honestly, I'd want to do it enough where clearly we have stuff to say throughout.
Mhm.
You know, that's a given. But also, you know, have little anecdotes or other stuff about the movie. Do more research
Yeah,
than we
exactly.
normally do.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, you know, our entire show is always, we've just watched this literally 20 minutes before we set foot in here and recorded.
Right.
And it's much more, to me, it's much more interesting if we're doing a commentary track about the movie to comment on other stuff, you know, to have actual commentary.
Absolutely.
Aside from the stupid jokes we make, which we would clearly still have stupid jokes in there.
Yeah.
But
Like
You'd have
when we
to
go
fill the
back and
gaps.
actually do our research, that they beat the monkeys and go in ape.
Yeah, that kind
Be
of
like,
thing.
oh wow, we're
Yeah.
terrible people
Yes.
for laughing at any of this.
Right.
That monkey suffered.
It's still cute though.
yeah. But, you know, like I'd love to do one for Torque, just to have an excuse to watch Torque again.
Yes. It's on Blu-ray now.
Yeah. Robot Jocks. I Come in Peace, which was the original, one of the original ones where we were like, no, when you guys redo this, call us. 'Cause we will sit down and do a freaking commentary track for this movie.
Yeah.
but they didn't.
Omega Cop.
Yeah.
And plus, that one's easily, cheaply available too.
Omega Cup.
Yeah.
That's another thing we have to consider with some of our movies is like, can someone easily get this and sync it?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing,
Yeah.
too, is
Because like rapping, I don't know. That's
Yeah, it's
probably
not
VHS
available
only.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and especially ones that disappeared off streaming.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that'd be a nightmare to sync up anyway, because what if your signal drops?
Right.
Because Netflix
Suffering.
is want to do that to you.
Yep.
But yeah, we would. That's definitely an idea we've entertained. You know, if I can ever find time to do some research. We can get the T-shirt thing going and
Yeah, there's
poster
another
thing.
Oh yeah, remind me. I
Another,
found a T-shirt link I need to send you.
Okay.
there's another site coming.
What?
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
we have things in the works, guys.
Mhm.
We got fingers and pies. What?
We
No.
just all need to quit our normal jobs so that we can have time to do them.
Yeah. So send us lots of money.
I think about it every day.
Yeah.
I
do
thought about
too.
it at least twice today.
Quitting your job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, happens.
It almost happened Monday.
I think I'm just going to stop going. See how that works.
Just try a Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull a Peter. Hey, Peter, man.
You
I'm doing
gonna-
that commentary
you
on
gonna
Channel 4.
try a Peter
Woo!
or pull a Peter.
I'm just not gonna go anymore.
I haven't exactly been missing it. Bob.
I seriously thought about it Monday morning. I'm like, I could just not go to work, I think,
I've
ever again.
Those are the best thoughts.
had those days. Oh,
Yeah. When you
It felt
start
so
like,
good for-
planning in
And
your
then you
head,
actually go
like,
to work and they're like, why were you late? It was like, well, I was contemplating not coming at all, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. So you should be lucky I'm here at
Yeah.
all.
Every time I say that, they're like, ha ha ha. I'm like, no, I'm
Yeah.
fucking serious.
Yeah. Do you see, look, it's not theater right here. It's poker face.
Yeah.
I quit.
Quick.
all right.
Don't work here. Don't work here.
Yeah.
And live stream note here. Cameron has mentioned that rapping is on Pirate Bay. We do not condone going there. I mean,
Not officially condone it.
You know, the problem is so many things like didn't have the rights. You know, we were like, you can't find it anywhere but here. Like Action USA.
Yeah.
You can only find it there basically, or the VHS copy we have sitting on the wall. And it's kind of like, it's a tough area to look at because people like Shout Factory are finding that stuff and putting it out.
Right.
But
You
it
know-
wouldn't be without people talking about it.
Yeah.
What we're saying.
So it's a tricky
right.
place to be because we're
It
like
is.
we don't want to condone going there because I know once you start going there, it's very easy to go.
Yes.
Oh, Frankenstein's there. I heard that was kind of shitty, and it's like, it's
Yeah.
kind of shitty to do that too.
Right.
Yep.
Here's the way you should look at it. Obtain it however you can when it's not available. When it becomes available, if you even remotely enjoyed it, do the people a favor and
Pay for
purchase
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have multiple copies of I Come in Peace because we freaking love that movie.
Yeah, and when
Yeah.
when
We
it
gave
was
one away,
yeah, when it
too.
was made available, it was like, yes, finally, you have done. We have
Thank you.
helped in this. You know, we're not going to say we did it.
No.
You
No,
know,
we did.
but we helped spread awareness, and you helped to spread awareness that this is a thing. People still love this movie. It was forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone goes, I hear people like that forgotten movie, and they make it a thing, purchase it.
Yeah.
But don't support those shitty
Even
print-on-demand
better,
things.
go to our site, click through the Amazon link, and purchase it from there.
Yeah.
Right.
Good job.
That'll pay us.
Yeah, but
everybody wins.
That is why we do movies people usually haven't heard of.
Yeah.
Because we want to find those Order of the Black Eagle, the I Come in Peace that is kind of like people kind of remember it, but it's been so long that they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Really
You know.
well. We try to do movies people haven't heard of.
I know, but that's why we don't tend to do stuff like I Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Not only because it turns out the way tonight turned out, but
It doesn't need us.
Well, the core is pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the core is a good movie.
4 jocks on the core, definitely.
Yeah, I like the core.
That's what I hear. All right, next email up is from Gordon. New guy Gordon. Welcome, Gordon. He says, IMDb bottom 100. Hey, BMFers. I'm a new fan, and I've really been enjoying sifting through your archives. You guys have the best theme months that I've ever come across. Thank you. We have our fans to thank for most of them, but we appreciate that. Anyway, I recently roped myself into the challenge of watching all of the films on the IMDb bottom 100. I'm sure you're all familiar with the list, but I was curious what your opinions are on it. Is it a good representation of the worst movies ever made? Any notable exceptions? So far, there have been a lot more bags than jocks on there, but I'm keeping my head up. Keep being awesome, Gordon.
It's a good representation of the most publicly well-known bad movies.
Yeah, one of the problems with the bottom 100 is that a lot of people vote Mystery Science Theater movies on there, but you're watching the movie through different means. And it's really, I mean, yeah, those movies are terrible, but it's still hard to judge. Because, like, if you're sitting in a room with 3 guys who are just ripping the shit out of a movie, yeah, it's going to alter your opinion of it a little bit. It may not be a good movie, but that bothers me that a lot of that list is Mystery Science Theater movies.
Okay.
But there is shit like Theodore Rex and Food Fight on there, which deserve to be there. And Mr. Nanny or whatever the Hulk Hogan movies we watched, the Christmas one.
Sandal with Muscles.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that deserves to be.
Well, but also because of because crowdsourced stuff, and I actually think it's AV Club had an article about this, or it might have been them or the Dissolve, I can't remember which, but an article about this a week or two ago where an Indian movie, brand new, called Gun Day, a Bollywood movie, is at the worst spot on IMDb. And it's apparently because there's some kind of political thing or something regarding this movie, and the people that didn't like it said, fuck that. They actually made like a Twitter campaign to get that to the bottom of the IMDb bottom 100.
Okay.
So it's kind of, you got shit like that. And, you know, it's, what my problem with that whole list is so much of it is just the painful shit you don't want to sit through.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yes, that's truly the worst, but, you know, we look for entertaining bad. You know, that's always our goal is, you know, which is why a lot of people be like, oh, you need to watch this. And we're like, oh, I just don't know if I can do that. You know, like, I don't want to sit through Deathbed, The Bed That Eats Again, because it was pretentious and boring as fuck. You know, Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Exactly.
We're not watching Manos because it's, half of it is watching a guy drive a car around. You know, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's how that list has ended up, is there's so much of that. And, you know.
Well, and because you can vote for anything on there, like, it ends up being like shit that, you know, cousins recorded on their camcorder, and somehow it got an IMDb entry, and 6 people have seen it, and it gets downvoted. You know, it's like Uncle Earl's Hillbilly Massacre.
The bottom 100, but yeah, I mean,
but I mean, it's like some of those movies that I would bring by those fines.
The Z-grade movies, the bullshit like that. But that doesn't. It still takes a certain number of votes to hit the bottom 100.
Yeah.
No, I know.
What I'm saying is, like, you watch that, and like for years, you know, you have your Plan 9s, your Manoses at the top or the bottom, however you want to consider them.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Birdemic," and suddenly it goes flying up into the top or bottom 10, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like it levels out, and people go like, "Okay, that's bad," but there's obviously a lot worse.
Right.
At least it's an entertaining bad, and so it starts, you know, dropping out of there.
Yeah, but
then you have people coming along like, you know, Miami Connection. It probably never even made it there because people, you know, some people will just be like, "Oh no, best movie ever, man," because people tell me it's the best, so it's good, bad, awesome, bad.
Yeah,
You know.
I think so much of it goes on reputation.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't see Cutthroat Island on there, but I'm kind of surprised it's not on there. And from everything
That
I've
movie's-
heard, you know, that and
But that
like,
movie's not that bad. It's
I
just
know, well,
notorious.
yeah, that's the thing.
It's also
is
boring as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
notorious flops end up in this sort of
Like
thing.
Pluto Nash is legitimately bad and a flop. So there are certain ones that are like, this is bad and deserves all the money it lost too. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough, but my recommendation to you, Gordon, is do not do this solo. Do not take this journey alone. Don't, because
It's dangerous to go alone.
It will only
Here,
end.
Take a friend.
It will only end in pain.
Yeah.
Because even something like Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2, I've never seen it. I don't know if it tips the scale to the point where it's like, holy shit, I can't believe this is happening. This is great. I don't know if it does that. But it probably doesn't. And when you're solo doing that, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
It hurts bad. It hurt, like sitting through Theodore Rex alone, or the Guyver, which, you know. But then again, there's people that love the Guyver.
Yeah.
There are people that straight up like don't even care about the anime, love the goofy monster costumes and all that of the Guyver, which maybe that hit us on the wrong night. But I couldn't imagine my opinion changing watching it solo. I can only see things getting worse watching them on my own.
Yeah.
Especially this type of stuff.
And by the way, Miami Connection has a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb. So
There you go.
people are like, that's stupid fun. Yay. 8.
Yeah, people are like voting it the legitimately bad it is,
Yeah.
and then other people are like, it's 10, best
Yeah.
best night ever. I got drunk at the Alamo Draft House.
Yeah. Best night of drinking. And
Well, it's
not father knowing.
that's also why I don't like rating things unless I've seen them in the past few days.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to think about Miami Connection now and think about, yeah, Friends Forever, and you think that song, and you forget, okay, they're still practicing Taekwondo out in the UCF dorm
For 20
common
minutes.
area. You know,
Yeah.
like you forget that stuff. You forget how long they just drive around on the beach.
Yep.
You know, you forget those things, and you just remember the awesome parts. So it's
Yeah.
very easy to cloud your memory.
Yeah.
like I think about Theodore Rex and how much we hated it, and yet watching that clip that you put on YouTube, I laugh. Because I'm like, it's so fucking stupid. And I don't know if it was because of how we were interpreting it, but it's just like we had, like, BJ's rant about him being undercover and that he was never actually undercover. It's just like, in the process of watching that movie, it pissed us off.
Yeah.
But in thinking about it now, I think that's kind of fucking hilarious that he always talked about being undercover, but he was their public mouthpiece.
Well, he's a
Before
fucking
that.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
You can't really.
It's so easy to let your mind erase the bad and cling to the good, or vice versa, if you really just have a vile reaction to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't trust it. I don't think there's ever. We can't even, the community as a whole can't agree on what a bad movie is,
No.
quote unquote.
No.
Some people love Trauma, intentionally bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some people love The Asylum and Sharknado and all that, and we're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that stuff.
I wouldn't. I mean, I just wouldn't recommend just going by that bottom 100 list and being like, I'm going to watch these because they're bad movies. You need to find bad movies that you enjoy watching and then expand that circle.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's a director of notoriously bad movies, watch that dude's filmography. Watch, the IMDb is getting good at other movies like this. That algorithm is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you go to Miami Connection and you get 6, movies that are like this, you should probably follow those instead of just going down the bottom 100 list.
Yeah.
Because those things are pain.
Yeah, just American International and Canon. Go there.
Yeah, really. Just work through those. You've got a lot.
Well, there's also that tried and true of find somebody whose opinions you seem to jive with on other movies, and then
watch our 5
follow
Jocks
the-
movies
yeah.
before you watch anything else.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God. They're
Yeah,
good.
that should be your list. Internet is our 5 Jocks movies, and then
Then our 4 Jocks movies.
our 4 Jocks movies.
And if you want to see When We Suffer, then watch our all 5 bags.
Yeah. And I've had people ask on Twitter, hey, what were the highest ones? And I'll post like a snapshot of the spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good list.
Yeah. My final recommendation, if you're going to keep on this path, skip the comedies. Skip straight up comedies. Because a bad comedy has nothing left.
Yeah. You're right.
Skip comedies.
Yeah.
For the love of God. Because they'll all be disaster movie and all those fuckers that made crank those all out in 10 minutes every 6 months. Don't do it.
Agreed.
Not even once.
We still have some more voicemails.
You do?
Yeah, like 3.
Man, we're not going to get through 3 more voicemails
Yeah, I
because
know.
we're already
I know.
an hour and a half into.
Should we save some?
Thanks, Gordon.
Yeah, we should just make next week.
Let's play this last one here, just because
Okay.
I'm curious who this is. It's the last one that came in, which isn't fair, but
It's your mom.
It's fair.
It's not his mom.
Yeah, it is. She said she was going to call.
okay.
She's worried about him.
Hey, gentlemen, this is listener Pete from Blue Mountain, Wisconsin, and I just wanted to thank you for introducing Hamburger the movie into my life. Always known there's a missing puzzle piece in my life, and I think this is it. So, just wanted to say, God bless BMFcast, and God bless Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless you.
Hamburgers for
Man,
America.
Man, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I saw. Well, look, I saw Wisconsin. I thought it might be a long lost caller. So,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was still a good.
yes.
Good
need to-
voicemail to
no.
go out on.
I need
You
to
can't
see
say
Hamburger.
hamburger the movie and sound like you're sober at all.
Hamburger.
Judicial system.
Exactly. Like F. Lee Bailey said.
Yeah, we need to get you a copy of Hamburger. You need to watch that, Mackie.
Hamburgers the
For America.
Hamburgers for America.
I've caught myself humming that on several occasions and watching
I'm
people
glad
just
you-
rub
I-
hamburgers all over their
I'm
face.
just glad we had a Stargrove. It's been a while.
Oh, it was well deserved too.
Yeah.
Oh,
When are you going to give us that soundtrack for our birthday?
the end of the year. But on YouTube,
Well.
.com/BAMFcast, you can find our playlist of all the hot songs of 2014 as I find them.
Ooh, I didn't know you had a playlist.
Oh yeah,
on
there's a
there.
playlist for 2014.
Curated.
Wow.
Yep,
Check that shit out.
you should totally check that.
I
shit
am,
out.
am wondering which shitty soundtrack I'm going to get from you for my birthday this year. So
All right.
I'm not pushing for Hamburger, the motion picture, but
Let me segue here. Hey, speaking of checking shit out,
yeah.
Yeah.
How would people check our shit out, BJ?
Looking in the septic tank.
Sweet.
The septic tank known as BMFcast.com. So BMFcast.com is our home on the internet, and the way that you would contact us through that is you look on the right-hand side. There are a bunch of buttons, and those lead to all of our social things like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all that crap. So click those and interact with us thusly. There's also below that very important feature, which is the Amazon search box. You search through that box, purchase things. We get money that doesn't cost you any extra money. It's basically free. So do that. We get money. It helps us keep the lights on and keep our crack addictions at bay because the treatments are very expensive. And it's hookers and blow.
It really is.
Also, you can email us directly, bmf@bmfcast.com. And you can give us a call on the Garfield phone, like some of your friends did earlier this evening. 9105-JOCKS-BMF, 910-556-9263. Give them a call. We did some correspondence half this week. We're going to do some more correspondence half next week. So expect, if you don't suck, to hear yourself
Soon.
soon. Yeah.
Also want to throw out, check out our other podcasts. We have noquarters.net. We don't pimp that one enough.
No.
And if you like, I don't know, random...
Well, what is noquarters.net?
Well, it's video games, sir.
Is it?
It is all about video games.
Wow.
Monthly.
It's cool that we
Monthly,
do that.
we just have a deluge of video game talk.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we've started another one. We are at nopretenseofcool.com.
Yes.
.com.
.com.
Where we tackle. It's mostly been Chuck and I so far.
Mhm.
We may have other guests eventually, but we tackle one topic and get into spoilers and only talk about that one topic with no limits on how much we want to geek out about it.
We just ramble.
Ramble.
Yeah.
Talk
Cool.
about some wrestling. Talk about some 24.
So far, yes.
Yeah.
More to come.
Mm.
So anyway, that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it for now.
All right.
That's all we can say for now.
Oh, okay.
We have.
All we can safely say for now.
We have a
Sure.
top secret project.
Sure. All right. Well, let's get out of here. I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ,
And I'm Chuck.
and this is Bamcast Out.
I don't know who I am.
Your hamburger.
Hamburger.
You are
The Dayquil in my head has made me forget who I am.
Oh, you.
Me? What did I do?
Oh, so you're going to get us.
That's why I'm turning it down.
All right, folks. We're shutting it down. Shutting it all down.
Shutting it all down.
Go watch Space Oddity.
Patrick claims we skipped his email, but I'm not seeing it.
We deleted it.
I don't. Well, I know we skipped like 3 voicemails, but that's just because we were running out of time. 2 of them were from, or maybe we only skipped 2, but 2 of them were for people that had called, had other ones on there, so I feel like it's okay. All right, goodbye, everybody.